Sorry.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Hello. Scott's back. Good morning, Scott. Nice to see you.
Great seeing you guys.
Couple days off.
Yeah.
So your Nashville trip got canceled.
Yep, it got canceled.
Oh, bummer.
So
You mean postponed?
Postponed, yes.
Husband.
I should say, yeah.
The movie's
postponed.
still on, right? It's just got to be rescheduled.
Yeah, someone got pushed. Someone landed a huge role, so they decided not to film there this week. So
Right. Scott's supposed to be in a movie. He was supposed to go down last week to go start filming in Nashville. And one of the co-stars got cast in a major motion picture, right, with the South Park guys?
It sounds like it, yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty cool. They're filming right now for some live action. I don't know.
Do you know much about it?
No. They didn't say anything what it was. I'm not sure if it's... Because I looked on IMDb trying to poke around, find out, but the closest thing is the Book of Mormon. So maybe...
Oh, are they making that into a movie?
A live action, yeah. But I don't know if it's already been done. They might have already filmed
Have you
that
guys seen that?
No.
It is so good.
I know.
The
that's
music
one I
is
regret
good.
Not seeing.
We saw it in London. So Josh Gad wasn't the dude, but whoever Elder Price was in London was phenomenal. Like they
really,
dude, that show is.
Yeah, that comes around to the Fox every other year.
It does. You got to go.
I know.
It's hysterical. You would love it.
I haven't seen it yet either.
You of all people.
I know.
So they pushed back the shooting date.
Yeah.
So do you know when?
I have no clue yet. I don't think they do either. Because it's one of those people, like, there's two leads in this, and they work all the time. So they're always filming.
Schedules. Yeah. Always working around somebody's schedule.
I know.
Yeah.
Punks.
Well, nice to see you, buddy.
Yeah, great seeing you guys.
Good morning, everybody.
Feels good to be back.
Lauren, you good?
I'm great. What's up with you?
I'm good, thanks.
Okay.
Thanks. Rafe, you all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Moon?
I'm good.
Good to
Dude,
go?
Energy up, man.
Energy up, man.
Prove
it's
it.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
You get up. It's in the 40s. You want to go right back to bed.
Yep.
It's one of those days. This is the first real fall day I'm feeling that. Like you get out of bed, the room was cold. It was cold.
Yeah.
I got up about 10 minutes before my alarm was supposed to go off. All right, I guess I'm going to get up. Feet hit the cold floor.
Yeah.
You're rolling to the bathroom. Floor's cold there, too.
Yeah, you put your curling wand on.
That's it. Put my curling wand on and, yep.
Does you got an animal that follows you to the bathroom? in the
No,
morning?
my animals are asleep.
I always have a cat with me. One of them.
I'm pretty good as far as being a ninja. Not creating a sound.
Sneaky.
Like the dogs don't get up, the kids don't get up, the wife doesn't get up. I'm just like a ninja, just without a sound, doing my thing.
My dog. I go downstairs and I do like a little like a meditation and prayer time on the couch while the dog, because usually the dog has moved down there to the couch.
Yeah.
She doesn't even acknowledge me. It's so early for her. She just
The dogs are like, nah.
Every once in a while she'll kind of give me like a look, and it's a look of judgment, and it's almost like a, man, I was sleeping so soundly.
Yeah, go back to bed.
Why
you
did
idiot.
you disturb me?
Yeah.
It's like she's annoyed at me.
Well, do you want, all right, so I got some local news here. You want some good local news or bad local news?
I want the bad news
You want the bad first? You sure?
Yeah.
I got two good and one bad.
I'm with
Actually, you know what? One bad, one good, and one meh.
Ugly. Okay.
So we'll work our way up to the good.
Perfect.
Okay.
We'll start with the bad. And we've talked about this place before. Lauren and I have both been out to this place in Hermann. Fire destroys Hermann Antique Store.
So bummed out.
Have you been to this place, Scott?
I don't think so.
It's great.
That's the one across from the little bar?
Yeah.
It's like on that
It's like on
little
the
main
strip.
street? Yeah. Oh, that place is awesome.
The guy who owned it, I think, is an old radio guy. Like he.
No, really?
Yeah, he knew a lot about Casey and stuff. Last time I went there and talked to him. And,
I've wandered in there a bunch of times. A lot of old Playboys.
oh yeah,
A lot of old Playboy magazines. Now gone. They're all gone.
burned up.
The guy was able to save one vintage guitar, he said.
Good. That sucks.
A beloved antique store went up in flames yesterday morning in the river town of Hermann, leaving a huge mess and thousands of dollars in merchandise destroyed, and one firefighter injured.
Smokes.
So according to the fire chief out there, the fire broke out at 7:30 in the morning at Herman's Attic Antique Mall. That's on East 1st Street. Fire units from several jurisdictions were called out there. I saw a video of the fire. It was awful. I mean, it was fully engulfed. Charred the building's interior. The outside's all messed up. 75 firefighters responded. It was that big. One firefighter suffered heat exhaustion, had to be taken to the hospital. He'll be all right, but thick black smoke could be seen for miles.
Jeez.
It's
pouring out
connected
from the building.
to other buildings.
Yeah, I was to say,
too.
how did that not burn down more?
I don't know. Fox 2 did a big story about it, and the owner was too distraught to go on camera.
Yeah.
He says that thousands of dollars of historic merchandise burned. He was only able to salvage one historic guitar. So there are a couple bed and breakfasts above that place, and they're saying investigators think the fire started up top at one of the bed and breakfasts.
Dummies.
Plugged in the iron.
Yep, some guessed.
Making hot grilled cheese sandwiches with the iron.
Yeah, it sucks.
Seems dangerous.
So the cause of the fire under investigation. Unclear if the owner will rebuild.
Probably not, though.
You know what? You have one of those antique stores. How much money are you really making?
Well, yeah, and you are accumulating stuff from over the years. I don't know how long he had owned it, but that thing was full of
It was full of stuff.
everything from memories of people's
Also, I
gone past.
can imagine, man, that place going up like a tinderbox.
Right.
Yeah.
With all that old stuff.
Yeah, dude.
It was kind of dusty and musty in there, too. And it was just filled. I mean, you had to walk sideways through some of the aisles.
The dust in the air probably reacted like propane gas.
Accelerated it.
Just fumes.
Yeah, you can't smoke within 100 feet of the store.
Like you could visibly see the dust catching fires. It's
Yeah, whatever wood those, whatever barn wood those live, laugh, love signs have been repurposed onto. But it's
Right
they're
up.
in every antique store or some version
They are?
of that.
Those are already in antique stores?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
man.
there's some version. There's always some.
It's a woman with a cricket who
Yes.
gets in touch with some barn wood and decides, I'm going to make a little booth at this little
Absolutely.
antique mall.
And I'm going to fill it with old magazines where the pages have yellowed.
Yes.
That are just you even breathe hot breath on those. They catch fire.
All those old Playboys.
Oh, that's a tinderbox, my man.
Vintage. Vintage Playboys gone.
I just walked through one, and I'm like, man, everything in it. It's like an old doll, an old rag doll that the insides are probably made of asbestos. Everything in the antique store
Yeah.
is just ready to go up in flames. So that had to just burn white hot.
Yeah, and again, if you ever walked through that place, I mean, you got to walk sideways. It was full of stuff. I feel bad, for the whole community. That's a
Yeah.
big loss.
That is.
Is it one of those places where the people have their own stuff? Like, did he host sellers,
I think he did.
Like little booths.
or did he buy everything himself?
I'm not. I thought it was all his stuff.
I think I remember seeing different stickers on things that
Yeah.
maybe were for different vendors, but who knows? That's usually how it rolls.
It was. I always walked through there when I was up in Hermann.
Good records, too. Had a good record
Yeah,
selection there.
that's a shame.
I'm going
That's
to
a cool
Hermann.
town, man.
This
Hermann.
weekend I'm going. I'll do some investigative reporting. And
Is it?
What you going down there for?
it's my best friend's birthday, so we're going to be celebrating her. We're going to
one of the wineries?
Did you go this last year?
Yeah. This is, last
This
year.
going on the spooky walk while I was doing my homestand show.
Yes, we decided that we
Yes.
could not wait for an Uber because there's one person that Ubers in Hermann, and she was all booked up. And I was
Janet.
ready to get home, and we decided to walk through the forest to get to our Airbnb,
Nice.
and it was awesome. It felt like the 90s. It was cool.
Nice. You ever been up to Hermann, Moon?
Yes, many times.
You spent a lot of time up there.
Yeah, there's a couple like bed and breakfast type things that I've gone to there. I've never done like the, we always used to have the groups. There's like a time in your late 20s where everybody's like, "Hey, we're taking a bus and we're doing."
Or you
the
can take the
wine."
Amtrak up there.
You can.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
can
know
take a
that.
train
I didn't
from
know that.
Kirkwood.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was Herman.
Yeah, it'll go right there.
That's kind of cool. But you know what I'm talking about? Like they would rent those party buses.
Yeah.
And everybody would just cruise down there.
Herman is just far enough away, but not too far,
Yeah,
to
right.
feel like you are out of town.
Oh, yeah.
No, I stayed at this really nice place. I forget what it was called, but it was on a hill. I think that was involved in the name actually. and it overlooked the river, and it was beautiful, man. It was like, had all these plans, going to do this walk in and go down, and of course it rained the whole time. But still really enjoyed it. This was back in the drinking days, so I really...
Yeah, you go up to those wineries. You could go to a bunch of different ones.
Yeah, short walks that seem much longer later.
Yeah.
Get on the trolley.
So the
Get
walk
on the
gets
trolley,
longer
get on the
and
wine
longer.
trolley.
Last time I was in Herman's friend's wedding, someone gave me some magic mushrooms at the wedding.
Yeah, right.
And I was the driver.
No!
I was driving everybody back to like their wedding bungalows, and I was just, my friend was dancing his ass off, and he goes, "Here, try have a cap." And I go, "All right, whatever." And I'm like, "These aren't working, man. These are bunk, whatever." And I'm like, "No big deal. I wasn't really looking to party that hard tonight anyway." And then right when I got in the car, I was like talking to the groom, or I was a groomsman for my best friend who's a woman. So I was a bridesmaid at the wedding. And I was talking to her brother, and man, you know when they hit and everybody gets all shiny?
Sure.
Yeah, it happened right at the end. Like, he was like telling me something. He's like, "I really appreciate what a good friend you've been to my sister." And I was like, "Oh, he's glowing right now."
Oh, man.
And the lights all came on, and it's just not fun when the lights come on. It's too bright. And I had to drive everybody like 2 miles in, and I had to do like multiple carloads to get everybody to the
my
bars
God.
downtown. And I was just like, just don't say anything to anybody and land the plane.
Be
brother.
cool, man.
Be cool.
Be cool. Park the
And
bus.
To my credit, the plane was landed.
Wow.
I was like Denzel. In
Did you
flight.
live?
Laugh.
Is there going to be a Hallmark movie about microdosing the trolley and Herman?
Yeah.
Like there was last year that...
Race Trolley got everybody to and fro perfectly.
Yeah, that's right. There was a Hallmark Christmas movie up in Herman.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this, you do not want to be in Herman in that condition.
No.
Not at the bars, because it's like 20 bridal. It is a bridal destination. So it was like 10 different women in sashes being asked to get off the bar. Get down. Rebecca, get down. Jennifer, get down. It's just like the bartenders are just constantly yelling for women to get off of their bar.
Yeah, and all the women are like, woo!
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
And it's everyone's night.
That's the other.
Yeah.
It's my night.
Usually it's like one bridal party, and it's like, it's my night.
That's the other vivid memory I have is the townie bar. There's like
Yeah.
a bar for like the townies right
That's
there.
where I was.
And we intentionally went on a weekend, or maybe it was like a weekday or something, where nobody was down there. So they didn't have all the party buses and all that kind of crap. And we walked in to a townie bar, and just like a movie, I never experienced it until
You're
then.
not from around here?
Dude, it was a record scratch. Like, I swear the music stopped, and they all turned, and we're like, what are these people doing here right now? You ain't allowed in these parts on this
Yeah,
on this
because
kind
it's
of
our
day.
weekend to relax.
It kind of was, yeah. It was very...
We deal with you people. Yes, you people.
It was
every
very
other
awkward.
weekend. This is our weekend to relax.
Yeah, it was awkward.
I wanted to buy, there used to be an Airbnb or a B&B called the Stone Giraffe, and I believe the owners sold it right before the pandemic started, but I wanted to buy it so bad and run it.
That was Rafe's nickname when he was on
The Stone
mushrooms.
Giraffe?
The Stoned
Yeah, the
Giraffe.
Stone Giraffe.
This place was sweet.
My neck
You had a
was
very
long
long neck.
Eating leaves.
at the bar because it was too well lit, and there were just too many people and women in white dresses that looked a lot alike, like the little white party dress they wear out when it's. And I started to feel like I was in the Matrix a little bit when you keep seeing the woman in the red dress. So I was just like,
What happened to that place?
I got to get out of here.
I don't know, they sold it. I used to stay there all the time, and we used to book it up because they had 4 or 5 rooms, and so we just booked the whole thing for my
Yeah, it's
birthday.
a subway. It's a subway now.
Damn it.
Subway.
No, it was like out in the country roads. It was
Right.
this beautiful, like...
Yeah. Herman's
log
own
cabin.
subway system.
Yeah.
No, a Subway sandwich.
Oh, okay.
Ugh.
That's even stupider.
Well, sad news out of Herman, and that sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, well, 'tis the season out there anyway.
'Tis the season for
For-
fires.
No, for being out there in the fall.
Yeah.
It is? Oh, this is wine trail stuff?
It's prime wine time. Out there in Herman. Okay, now we'll work our way up to somewhat okay news. Loop Trolley ends season operating within budget and a 44% increase in ridership. That's
Suck
right.
on that.
Wow.
Joe Edwards is like doing the Triple H.
Two
suck it
people
move.
wrote it this year.
Yeah.
That's
to
right.
say.
44% increase. Yes, up to 10 people now have ridden the trolley.
We still have not as a show, and we said that we were going to do that last
Well, now
year.
we'll have to wait till next season because it's closed.
All right.
Shut down.
I've done a comedy show on it, and it was not fun.
Oh, that's right.
That's how they tried.
Comedy on the trolley.
They tried that for a while. And to their credit, they were trying stuff out. My buddy Yale was running it, and he's like, can you come to this trolley show? Like, nothing like entertaining people who don't know there's a show while they're being held hostage on a trolley, and they're only there for till their stop. So they're only getting part of whatever joke they walk in on, whatever joke they get off on. Mm-hmm. And your crowd is constantly flipping.
How do you craft a set?
You don't.
Are you telling one-line zingers?
Yeah, it's got to be jokes, right?
Are you doing insult stuff? You doing crowd work? What are we doing?
It was a mixture. It turned into crowd work pretty quickly, I think.
Well, considering the trolley on freaking Mr. Rogers travels farther than that trolley, you only probably need about 6 minutes of material, and then you start it over, right?
Well, theoretically, but you're getting, you're kind of at the mercy of like it's happening in real time. The way they scheduled it, it was just like this show's going to be an hour and a half show with. So all the other comics are like riding the trolley with you.
Oh,
it wasn't like you were sitting there for a 2-hour shift. Like if people get on, tell some jokes. It was like it was a show.
Oh no!
It had a start,
so
a definitive start and end time.
So you're on the trolley from 2 to 3:30,
right.
and you are doing your act.
So people walking on were like, "What did I walk in?"
In the middle of a joke setup.
Yes.
And walking off the trolley before the punchline.
Yes, indeed.
Nice.
So how long?
Or riding, and
if I get in on one end, and I don't want to get off until the other end, how long am I on a damn thing?
I don't even remember when this is like year one. It couldn't have been. I mean, it ran from like the Bavalier or wherever that's at.
Oh, it goes further than I think.
Maybe not. Maybe I got the wrong neighborhood. It goes all the way down.
Doesn't it go to the museum?
I thought it was supposed to go to the museum originally, but I don't know if that even.
The History Museum.
Didn't they cancel that?
Went to the History
It's
Museum.
got a steering wheel. It turns right somewhere.
I
It
thought they
does.
cut that off. That stop.
It goes from the Missouri History Museum to the Scientology building.
Okay, so that L.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just down Skinker, or Delmar, rather.
All right, that seems reasonable.
Well, now it's shut down for the season because the trolleys are not climate controlled, so it doesn't make sense to operate the trolley 365. So it's done. It's cold. Done.
Wait, how many millions of dollars was that trolley?
A lot.
And they didn't put heat in it? Or air conditioning?
Why
Or
would
coal
you have
furnace.
Well, it's an old school trolley.
that? Can't update
technically-
those.
I guess so.
Technically, all they got to heat is a little driver cabin.
And it doesn't have air conditioning?
You know,
That
make
sucks.
it like a combine, like these nice combines got the little air conditioned box.
Well, also, in an effort to cut costs, they shortened the season.
Oh.
So they said a modest success in 2024, which we'll take. So the 2024 season saw an estimated 12,350 riders. Okay, that's all right. Wow. That's all right.
Congratulations.
That's a roughly 44% increase from 2023, which saw around 8,500 riders. That's good. Now, is it helping businesses along Delmar? Not sure.
You betcha.
Not sure. Cam Bovey interviewed a woman who works at Subterranean Books over there, and she says anything that brings people into the area is always good. And then when asked, hey, is the trolley, can you see a direct trolley business?
Correlation.
She went, I don't know. I don't know. So congratulations, trolley people. Take the modest success. And finally, a good local story. St. Louis Eatery named LoveFood.com's most fantastic restaurant in America.
Wow. Balkan Treat Box?
No.
Oh.
No. Again, St. Louis Eatery named LoveFood.com's most fantastic restaurant in America. Now, I don't know this LoveFood.com. I've never been there before.
Show me Louis.
No, it's a beloved St. Louis deli.
Mom's Deli?
No.
Rumors.
No.
Southwest.
No.
Blue City Deli.
Yes.
All right.
Blue City Deli. A beloved St. Louis deli has won the hearts and delighted the taste buds of one group of food writers nationwide earning the title of LoveFood.com's most fantastic restaurant in the United States.
They win often. Well deserved.
So the people here ranked, and I think these are the people that ranked Ruma's as the #1 sandwich in Missouri.
Okay.
I think it's the same group of writers, same website.
You know what's amazing? It's a god-awful website.
Yeah, it looks hilarious.
It is like a cheap crap WordPress. What a pile of crap this thing is.
Yeah, it looks like ads everywhere.
Well, what they did was, so the research team over there recently released the list of the best American restaurants, selecting one standout restaurant from every state. So Missouri's top choice, Blue City Deli, was ranked the best among all 50 state winners, with the unique distinction of LoveFood.com's most fantastic restaurant. So state choices were based on reviews, awards, accolades, firsthand experiences from their food writers.
Are they ever going to expand? Are they ever going to grow? Are they ever going to do
Blue
anything?
City?
Yeah, man. I mean, I understand, most places don't want to do that because of quality control issues, but clearly they've got their thing, they've got a routine, they got their line outside of, wherever it is, Soulard or wherever. But, how about the rest of us that aren't always down there?
Yeah.
I would love to patronize that place.
It's in Benton Park.
Well, it's too far for me.
But for the people that live around there, I guess it's an institution.
Good for you. And we hear about it a lot, and I'm very happy.
And
for
I see
you.
a lot of Blue City Deli stickers
everywhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So how about you throw one in the county, and see your numbers grow?
I don't know if that has the same appeal. There's something about going and standing in that line, that little building in Benton Park, that I think makes it even more spectacular.
I don't know who owns the place.
I don't know about that.
who owns the
think
place.
the sandwiches are freaking that good.
Listen, opening up a restaurant it's tough.
I
And
understand
you're
that.
taking a big gamble, and it's a lot of money.
But they got everything going.
And that owner's got, he always has the cutest little hat on.
Who's to say that would work somewhere else? I mean, maybe that's just that
I don't know, man.
place.
You've had the sandwich, right?
Yeah.
The sandwiches are good enough; they'll work anywhere. That's kind of what I'm saying. I would never. What do you mean? You don't think?
disagree?
You don't think it would work in the county?
Every time, that's the biggest mistake, man. And I don't want to throw anybody under the bus on the air, but there's several local places that have gone downhill because they try to move. There's something about, if you find the right building in the right neighborhood, it's like the right amount of grease in the pans. I can't explain it.
it's lightning in a bottle,
It
man.
is, and they try to expand and they try to take it, and then it's like, then all of them are just like a copy of a copy, and they're not as good.
Well, that's also because a lot of times when you see them growing, they're trying to get number 2 up, and they're trying to get number 3 up 3 months after number 2,
Yeah.
and then 4, and then 5. And I'm not saying do that. I'm saying just put a satellite in the county. For goodness sake.
Or get a food truck.
Preferably in St. Charles.
Yeah, how about near us, right here, City Place? I'm sure there's somebody looking to get out of here.
I'd take a city bus fleet of all these fantastic St. Louis City restaurants that will come out and, tour the county and let it, like an ice cream truck. And they'll have their own little, like Steve's Hot Dog. He could just play the Urge music rolling around Ellisville. And I would come out of my house for that.
Well, he's got his place opening up at the district in Chesterfield this month.
That's right.
Whoa.
So there you go.
Steve is the only one that will be able to do it, though.
Imagine Katz's Deli was just like, we're going to open one in Omaha, Nebraska. The New York Deli that's from when Harry met, I guarantee it wouldn't be the same. They could send somebody from there to open one up, run it, try to run it the exact same way, and it just wouldn't.
It's something about it being in that place.
It is. There's certain places that have that, like lightning in a bottle. This is the spot. Even if you moved buildings and didn't try to expand, I think it would change.
Could be the kiss of death.
I think so.
So, serving the St. Louis community since 2004, Blue City Deli is located at 2438 McNair in Benton Park. And here's what they wrote on LoveFood.com's website. Blue City Kitchen is a friendly joint specializing in po' boys, muffalettas, and pastrami sandwiches with a menu full of dishes that nod to cities along the Blues Highway, the club sandwich from New York and muffaletta from New Orleans, Diners are guaranteed a bluesy soundtrack to eat their Sammys to. Ugh, Sammys.
A lot of times those places go downhill too because the owner, the operator, the overseer, whoever it may be, isn't there to keep tabs. But surely this place has been a staple for long enough. Well, they got somebody in there. They're not just employing college kids and the turnovers every 8 months.
The guy's there.
So that's what I'm saying. Like somebody can be the second overseer and make sure that muffaletta is banging.
Is up to Blue City Deli standards.
You know what I'm saying? Like just two of you. I ain't asking for 12. Just
you just want one in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
I don't even want it in my neighborhood. I just want it closer.
You heard that? Blue City Deli, you're not welcome in Moon's neighborhood.
Moon City Deli.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're not welcome. I don't want the traffic because I guarantee you'll have a line out of your place there too.
Well, congratulations. Congratulations, Blue City Deli. Top restaurant in America, according to lovefood.com.
Awesome.
My friends live around the corner, and I'm jealous because there's a little pizza place there right by there, too, that they say is pretty good.
What's there?
What is that pizza joint that's right by it? I bet they get a lot of overflow.
Is that Epic? No, that's Soulard, right?
The Soulard is Epic, yeah, across from the
Okay.
You take a little peek.
From the farmer's market.
That's not Pizza Hut, is it? The vegan pizza place?
I've heard good things about that
massive
place.
pizza. Oh, dude. And they don't just have vegan pizzas, they got all pizzas. It's so good. If you're looking for a big pizza, like you're having a party and you want a big ass pizza, Pizza Hut.
A big ass pizza?
Huge.
Like round or thick?
Round, like the circumference of those pizzas. Like if you get an extra large one, I had to put it in the back seat of my car, and I swear to God, it was like pushed up against the seats.
Oh my goodness!
Like it couldn't even fit in the damn doors. Dude.
Really?
It's
yes.
called Mellows. Melos. Mellows.
Mellows.
Daytime only model.
Huh?
Oh, interesting.
Chris on the instant feedback says he went to school with the owner of Blue City. They lived in St. Peter's.
Oh, so, yeah.
They just love the
cute.
location.
All right.
Yeah.
They just love that Soulard, that Benton Park.
Yeah, great.
Location.
Keep loving it. How about you spread the love?
Let me ask you guys a question in regards to food. So we have a big eating holiday coming up, Thanksgiving, in 2 weeks now. 2 weeks from Thursday. Every year, families across the country gather around for the big feast, but there's always that one question: do you go casual or fancy for Thanksgiving dinner, even if you're having it at your house?
Casual.
We're in a trailer in the woods, man. It's pretty casual.
We are in comfy pants because we plan on gaining some pounds. So
Okay, so it's sweatpants.
well, actually, I take that back. We always start looking kind of cute.
So you're gonna be at your mom's?
We're at my mom's. And, the girls kind of dress up. The dudes just wear T-shirt and jeans. But, my sister, my mom, and I will probably have, like, jeans and, like, a cute top. But then, I don't know, about 2 hours in, the pants are off and the yoga pants are on.
Okay.
Especially before dinner starts.
So you show up in
We take one
something.
good photo where we show society we're not slobs. And we promote that. And then immediately after the photo is taken, it's Slobsville.
Nice.
Okay, so photo, nice, and then the reality is stretch
Yes.
pants.
Lots of
That's
brown
amazing.
tones.
We're in a modified double wide trailer from the 70s out on a gravel road, and it's right after shooting practice, and then we go in. So you can imagine what we're wearing.
So, but not even like a button up.
A button up? No
I don't know.
way.
Like a Who
What do you
Farted
wear?
t-shirt.
We're in muddy boots.
Yeah, our uncles will wear the button-up Western shirts.
I'm with stupid. Arrow pointing to the side.
Yeah, I guess they do wear the button ups.
Mm-hmm.
But we just came in from outside, and we're stacking wood, or shooting guns out in the woods, or riding horses or something.
So we smell good.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Probably
I
smells
feel
terrible
like
out there.
even if we're at home and nobody's over, I don't know, at least put on pants.
Oh, no. Really?
I don't know. I just kind of feel that way. I just feel like I should be not a slob.
I don't want
I don't know why.
anything that's constraining me from going back to the table. Like, because, whenever you eat too much and then you start to feel it like your rolls are hitting over your buttons of your pants. And you're going, oh, my God,
That's
I'm not going to
every
go over there again. I don't want anything conflicting with my feasting. So it's stretchy pants.
I think it's just us for Thanksgiving. My in-laws come in that day at 4:00. Oh,
Have a plate ready.
we got to go to the airport to pick them up at 4:00.
How fun!
Wow. That's like prime time
I
dinner.
know, cheap flight.
Dang it.
That's awesome.
Now, will you eat before they get there? Oh, you
they
have to
want us to
wait.
wait.
Cool,
They
of
want us
course.
to wait.
It's gonna smell so good, and you can have none.
Did they ask you to weigh in on this plan, or did they just tell you, hey, we're landing at 4 and you're going to wait?
Oh, you think I had
You
any
had
say
no
in this?
say.
You think I had any say in this? I got from my wife. Oh, by the way, my parents are coming in. Okay, great. On Thanksgiving. Morning? No. Evening. What?
You have to pick them up.
Oh, man.
We
What
have
if
to wait.
What if the flight's delayed?
Oh, God, the flight's
and they're flying
delayed.
Spirit Airlines
Oh,
too.
and you're just doing the
They're on
loop.
Spirit Airlines.
This is a
No.
mess.
Great.
You're doing the loop at the airport for 2 hours.
Meanwhile, the turkey's dry. It's going to be like Christmas vacation when you open that bird up. It's going to be,
I don't know if I'm going to do a full turkey, honestly.
oh, what are you going to
I
do?
may do like turkey breast.
Okay. Does everybody know that?
No.
I would
You know
announce it. People
Yo,
are going to be
dude.
disappointed.
Who's going to be disappointed?
Everybody that's arriving
am.
to your home.
Get it catered, man. Call Super Smokers. That's what I did.
We had it catered last year. We just got the bird last year from Stellar Hog, which was stellar. It was great.
Yeah.
I made the sides. It was fun. Rafe was over.
I didn't wait till 7 o'clock to eat.
No, hell no. We were at the casino at 7 o'clock. Remember that?
Yeah.
What do you bring to a home? Lots of people probably go into Thanksgivings to their partners for the first time. What do you bring that first time to a Thanksgiving meal? You're the outsider. You're going to your partners' families for Thanksgiving.
Wine.
First
Wine?
time?
Yeah,
Oh,
first time.
I would
Wine.
say dessert.
Like
Yeah,
a pie?
dessert is.
Yeah.
Well, you need to ask. You need to ask. You can't just show up. You can't just show up with a dish.
Okay, ask, but also bring a dessert. You know, pies are perfect because you
Pies
can
are
always just
perfect.
leave it.
Well, but I
you-
bought 5 pies. I don't need another pie.
Nah, you can always use another pie.
Nah, then
It's a bonus.
And then do you
Bonus
leave
pie?
the pie?
Bonus pie.
Or do you take it with you when you leave?
No,
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 you have to leave it.
You leave
Okay.
Are you out of your mind?
Hey,
what
I'm
I'm
just
saying.
asking the questions that America has.
That's why I'm
okay?
saying the pie is perfect because it's coming in a tin that you don't bring back anybody.
Yeah, but there's
You know,
only so much pie.
I'm just saying there's no dish. This is a very.
You get a bottle of wine,
What if they don't drink?
but they will have somebody at some point at their house that will drink.
Nope.
And
Not-
she's
not
right.
our
Unless
Yeah.
it's Moon's family.
Yeah.
You bring a bottle of wine that doesn't necessarily have to be open that day.
Yeah, they can gift it again or whatever.
It could be put it for wherever. And that way you've done something.
I guess you could bring Martinelli's juice.
Yeah.
It's very classy.
Yeah, ours are teetotalers across the board, so wine is not even a thought.
Mm-hmm. And they
Yeah.
don't even drink tea. It's weird.
Got to bring sweet stuff.
Yeah, but you ask, though. You don't just show up with a side dish. Right? You don't show up with a side. Come on, Moon. You don't just show up with a side dish. You got to ask.
Depends on how
Thanksgiving?
good that side dish is.
He makes a hell of a sweet potato casserole.
Okay. Oh, I brought my green bean casserole, but I already made green bean casserole.
Oh, you
you
did?
a-hole.
Well, now this is a competition.
Yeah, but there's never too much.
Yeah, there is.
No, it's a feast. I mean, have you not seen the pictures?
Oh,
Deviled
I've been
eggs,
to a.
dude. The answer is deviled eggs.
Do you think it is? They're controversial. I mean, at my house, yes. Somebody else's home, stinky eggs.
They're not stinky eggs if they're done right.
He brought deviled eggs to our house last year.
I tried to convert the Rizzuto. I brought deviled eggs from, I think, man, where did I get
Salt and
them?
Crow's
Smoke.
Salt and
Nest?
Smoke,
Oh.
because they have the pimento.
Yeah,
I brought
They were
the-
good. I had some.
They were good. I almost converted a couple people in your family.
My daughter loved them.
Well, and
She
again,
did.
half the time we're talking.
I
about
got half the
Thanksgiving food.
family on the deviled eggs, dude. The first taste is
Oh,
free.
the devil has
The
arrived.
devil has arrived in your home.
Half of what we talk about with Thanksgiving is the leftovers. So, like, you
Couldn't
can bring
convert your
anything,
wife.
and if it's not eaten right then, it's all good.
Oh, man, that is the freaking best.
That's what I'm saying.
Staying at your mom's house and, because you've been drinking wine all day and then you get up and you go have that fourth meal.
Well, okay, so on that tip, with the holidays right around the corner, which is really exciting for people who love social gatherings. Of course, there are also people who are secretly hoping there's another pandemic or something so they could just stay home.
Right.
Watch TV and drink their own booze on their own couch. Because according to a new survey, Americans may be getting tired of holiday gatherings.
Welcome to my world.
The average person is planning to attend 3 big social events this year, which is down from 5 last year. Now, okay, most people, Thanksgiving, Christmas, but fewer people are doing get-togethers for New Year's Eve, Friendsgivings, and many people are just fine with this.
I'm of this thought and it only works with my family. So when we are with my husband's family for Thanksgiving, we do not have a second Thanksgiving with my family. We just eliminate it. Like everybody just, it's on Thursday. It's the best time to do Thanksgiving is on the Thanksgiving Thursday. There's no like Saturday with the other side of the family.
Oh, no.
That's over.
Right.
And I implemented this a couple of years ago, and luckily my family was on board. Tim's family, not so much. Like, we're doing our Thanksgiving a week early now because we're with my family
Really?
on Thursday. Yeah. And that's fine.
So you're doing 2 Thanksgivings?
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, we
next,
are
your
too.
Thanksgiving starts next week.
We always do
Yes.
too.
And let me tell you something.
Never heard of that
It's
in
a
my
pain
life.
in the ass. And luckily, like, it's shaping up to be like my nephew may be playing football on that Saturday that we were planning on. So it may just turn into like a family, just no second feast, just going out to dinner, having football, good times, calling it Thanksgiving. Totally down with that. But the duplication of 2 turkeys, 400 side dishes, like you're spent after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and it's always the same type of food.
Exactly.
So there's no variation.
And
that's
you're
a big
over it.
budget eater too.
Yeah.
How can you be so excited for something and so upset with it twice? You guys
There's
are
only
weird.
there's only so much turkey you could have. Like, I know we're doing a thing here at the office. Is there going to be turkey?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know, it's going to be catered. And you're signed up, by the way. I did sign you up. Cheddar Bay biscuits.
How many we got to make?
Enough for the whole staff.
What?
300.
When is this?
600.
It's coming up next week or something.
Next week?
Or no,
It
it's
is?
2 weeks. I don't know, man. Check your
goodness.
email.
You're on the party planning committee.
I know.
Remind us.
I will. Not
I like
next
having
week.
both.
Deviled eggs.
I'm bummed out. I'm missing it
the
because
way.
I got to go to Jersey and play that show. I'm missing the other family one. There's a good dish there. I'm always looking forward to.
Couple people, good points. Bring bread.
Oh,
dude.
bread.
When
That's
in
a
doubt,
great idea.
bring
yeah,
bread.
a big old
Yeah.
Chunk of
loaf,
sourdough.
baguette.
Or bring rolls.
My this is
Or
my
cheddar
deviled egg
bays.
argument. Cheddar bays are good. Cheddar bays not bread. That's its own thing.
Right.
That's a whole.
It's
That's
a
treat.
delicacy.
That's not the same
A
thing.
dessert.
That's like bringing the marble whatever.
Marble
from,
rye?
Yeah, from Seinfeld.
If you're good at cornbread, do that. Because most people are not good at cornbread.
Most people are not.
Here's
good at
why
cornbread.
the deviled eggs are the move. Not just because I'm an advocate. Because even if they already have them, you'll have some. They're variations,
There's
Right.
varieties, yes.
and you're not going to hurt anyone's feelings. You're not going to show up with deviled eggs, and someone's like, "We already have deviled eggs."
Well, you might hurt somebody's feelings if yours are the better ones.
No.
Aunt Kathy has been making her deviled eggs for 40 years.
Right, and hers are
Here-
not touched.
Well,
And you bring the salt and smoke ones.
Well, then it might be Kathy needs to learn something today. Kathy got to learn.
Kathy got to
And
learn.
trust me, I'll eat Kathy's deviled eggs. I'm getting in. I'm getting in all.
You're
of
eating
them.
all the deviled eggs.
Yeah, you got to really try to get me off a deviled egg,
I know. You run the risk of doubling up on something.
like a snake.
And then
in front of
feelings
a
are
bird's
hurt.
nest.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with cheddar bays.
Cheddar Bay's good.
Cheddar bays it's a unique item. Nobody hates them.
All this talk, though, and you're going to be doubling up a lot of people.
How many
Dessert's good too because you can't have enough pies.
That's what I said.
I know.
Yeah, you can have enough
I'm back in
pies.
your play, brother.
Too many pies.
I'm making gooey butter cake for the office thing. That's what I'm bringing.
Right. No one's gonna be mad about that.
No. And if you don't eat it, I'm not going to be mad. I'll just take it home and I'll eat
Exactly.
it myself.
And
Exactly,
if
that's
there's
the-
two, nobody's going to complain. Because
Right.
even if they're two different styles, there's still two different styles of greatness.
I will promote which one is mine, and I will have great presentation.
No one's mad either. Like a week out when they're like, "Oh hell yeah, dude! There's still a slice of pumpkin pie."
Okay, what
back
kind
in
of
the
pie you
fridge."
bring?
Whatever.
What do you mean, whatever?
I mean,
we already
Pecan.
have apple
Yeah,
pie.
pecan is it.
oh, okay. But
I would make an avant-garde pie. I would, because who cares?
yeah, and you're acting
Nobody
like
wants your weird pie.
you're acting
Oh,
like
yes,
all,
they do.
you're acting like
Kitty
apple
litter
pie.
pie.
They do.
This is Learn's kitty litter pie.
That's
It's so
right.
good.
You're acting like apple pie is all created equal. Totally wrong. Wrong. They're all
Pecan
so
pie.
different. You can get one and go, God, that sucked. But there's another apple pie over here, and I'm in the mood for a good apple pie, and this
Cherry
one didn't
pie.
deliver.
Chocolate pie with the whipped topping. Get
Yeah,
out
you can
of
never
here.
get me. That's the best
I'll
pie.
bong
That's
that whole damn thing.
Me too, dude.
Yeah.
I'll embarrass myself in front of everyone.
And by the way, body positivity this year. Don't get all up on yourself when you've eaten every pie and the whole turkey. Love yourself after you're done.
Okay.
Riz
Can we
said
all
you gotta-
collectively try this? See what happens?
Riz did say to bring rolls, so yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're right here in my spandex
Thank you, Learn.
pants.
Thank you, Learn, for permission.
I've been mainly saying out loud to myself.
I do love a good. Somebody put a cheese ball in the. I love a good.
bad idea.
I love a good,
crackers.
someone's aunt just like made a snowball out of cream cheese and ham, and it's just sitting on a plate.
And there's sometimes almonds on top of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, there is.
And you're just maybe some chives, and you're just taking club crackers.
I don't think I've ever.
Never seen that.
I've seen it at parties. I've never.
Oh,
You're missing out,
You
dude.
haven't
you need
tried
to
it?
come to
think I am.
Jill's Super Bowl party this
think
year.
I am.
You're missing out, brother.
The mothers of the Pines make their own cheese balls, and they all compete
I
against
think
each
I
other.
am. I think I'm missing
Where's
out.
this at?
My mom's Super Bowl party.
Damn,
So she makes a big cream cheese ball.
No,
with
but
the-
her best friend does. Freaking Lisa.
Dang.
Lisa.
There's nothing like it.
I love you, Lisa.
Lisa's
Do you know
balls.
the big cheese ball?
I'm not familiar.
It's usually on a plate. It's sometimes covered in almonds.
It's on a platter with club crackers all
It'll
around
be at
it.
our family thing.
Both
You
of
can
those
see
things.
fingerprints in
Yeah.
it.
That's
Both
part
of
of
those
the
And
things
it's
are
seasoning.
awesome.
beyond.
Yeah.
It's that's the best part. You can.
You know what, Moon? You've seen it and probably were like, nope.
No thanks. I
Yeah,
don't like
Probably
sure?
no thanks.
Oh,
Looks like a cheese planet.
It's at our family
It's a
functions.
softball with nuts on it.
Yeah.
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 Oh, dude.
There's different variations
Are
of
you
it.
certain?
There's some where the
This is-
almonds
my
aren't
mom's brought that
as
a lot.
prevalent, and you can see the cream cheese on the outside, and it's like little pieces of ham.
Or sometimes they'll mix cheddar in there.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a little too
shreds.
fancy for us.
Cheddar
It's not
shreds.
good ham either. It's like the budding ham.
Well, and also, and like bacon bits sometimes. I think in my fourth
Yeah.
decade coming up next year,
I
I
think
think
I
I'm in
may
my
make-
cheese ball era.
I think I may make a
I've never
cheese
made
ball.
one.
Do it. I support this. I'm excited right now.
Some of these look so
I
clean.
want you to be in your cheese ball. I feel like I've been in my cheese ball era for a long time.
Some of these look so
Welcome.
clean, and this one's got like colors, almost like there's like
I'm truly excited that you
Rice
said that out loud.
Krispies.
I want to.
2025, dude.
Hey, pull that, Scott.
Era of my cheese ball. Let's go.
It's very different variations.
I don't
You
see
can
a
do
cheese ball
Parmesan
out of this
cheese ball.
woman in her 40th year.
look at all these ones
We'll
with
pull that tape.
onions and chives and different
Oh, yeah.
things.
Here,
man.
go down to the one.
There's even
at
sweet
that
cheese
one.
balls.
These are too nice.
Chipped
What is
beef
it?
cheese
Chipped
ball.
beef. What do you mean? You putting beef on it?
Yeah.
Beef.
Yeah, you
There's
can
some
go
beef on it,
fancy,
dude.
man.
Don't be afraid, dude.
This is a meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely. No, it's a
It's
grazing.
an appetizer.
Look at that bacon cheddar and Swiss cheese ball.
Now,
Wow.
the chip or the type of thing that you are stabbing into the cheese ball, what are we talking here? Are we talking
Those are
Ritz?
important.
You can
Usually
do a
club
Ritz.
crackers,
Okay.
like the little
Ritz or a club cracker.
the Keebler,
Right.
Yeah, what's
rectangular.
the Keebler one? The green one?
How do you feel about pretzels?
Club, right?
Pretzels are
Those
good.
Club
Yeah.
crackers.
I'm not mad about it.
You know I'm a cheese
Especially if you get
addict.
the flat pretzel chips.
Those that love me are probably intentionally keeping this away from me, and because I'm like a drug addict with cheese. I can't. I
I feel
stop.
like I've been missing out my whole life with this.
Yeah, me too. I feel like
Yeah.
somebody just told me about something that is dangerous for me. You guys shouldn't have done that. My family's over there going, no,
I'll
don't
bet you
tell
if I
him.
try it, it's going to be like touching a booby for the first time.
Absolutely. It's the size of a breast.
You nailed it.
Yeah, which worked out really well for me. Remember,
You could actually get one of those breast cake pans and just make boob.
9 months later,
cheese
I was a
boobs.
dad.
Yeah. Yeah, see, this is like the homemade. Let me see if I can get on
Yeah, you
here.
keep me away from this cheese ball stuff. This
No,
seems
you're-
very dangerous.
2025, you're getting one for your birthday.
Oh, boy.
So I'd buckle up.
me. The cheddar ranch cheese ball, dude. That's like the one. That's the one your Aunt Patty's making. It's not as fancy as the Martha Stewart one. You
But
can
does
see,
the job.
Yeah, you can see the fingerprints on it, like this one.
I'm gonna
Where it's
end up
like-
with
It
a-
looks like a snow. You can see everything's been
Wow, look at that.
coagulated inside of the ball,
I'm going to end up with a cheese ball tattoo.
dude. Bring it. I'd eat it right now. Someone bring a cheese ball in today. I'll eat it. Don't bring
don't
it.
say
I'm
that.
kidding. Don't bring
say
that in. Don't bring that in. I'm trying my best. to-
I'm not kidding.
Somebody
prepping
said
for
mission accomplished.
Thanksgiving.
Fine.
Uh-huh.
Mission accepted. Rafe's getting a cheese ball today.
Look, dude, it just looks like a tightly packed snowball.
Yeah.
You got to get in it this year, man.
I'm going to do it.
Welcome.
Maybe that's what you make to eat all day while you're waiting on the in-laws. That's how you get away with Thanksgiving eating before they get there.
Well, yeah, I'll be grazing all day.
Make a bunch of apps.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to be
You
doing.
go
Yeah.
cheese ball. You
Yeah,
go deviled eggs.
of course, there's the football games. Mm-hmm. I'll get up. Maybe this will be my sweatpants year.
Good.
Dang. You're dressing up.
Maybe I'm not gonna get dressed up this year.
You can just wear sweatpants and tuck a nice button up into it.
I mean, I got to go to the airport.
You don't have to get out of the car, though.
Oh, man. Bears and Lions.
You can honestly take a
11:30.
cheese ball in the car.
It's
Giants and Cowboys, 3:30.
it's
Driz, put a cheese ball in your
In your dash.
what's the
In the
little
cup holder?
Yeah, in the cup holder, and then crackers in the other one, and just be housing it
Just
all the way.
continual. I'm just going to continually eat all day.
That could be the social experiment. And don't say anything. Just act like this is your
From
new
the
norm.
moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep, I'm just going to be eating all day. Just whatever.
good.
Just a little pick here, pick there.
You're going to miss the Giants and Cowboys game while you're out there circling,
That'll be a real barn burner.
sitting in the cell phone
I'll
lot.
go to the cell phone lot. It's bad to tell them to take an Uber, right?
No, I wouldn't say.
Pay for it. Send a car.
That'd be a whole,
Brother, it's Thanksgiving, man.
I know.
You
You're
gotta be
with
like,
your
yo, I'm
family.
working on the food for y'all.
What if you sent a car, like a
That's
Uber
just,
Black?
You just tell them that. Just, hey, we sent a car. They don't know it's Uber. They don't
Somehow
look for
it
this
would
license
still come
plate.
back.
You're too good to pick
That
us up.
you
Right.
paid
Busy
for their ride while making
too
their
busy to
food.
pick us up at
It's
the
the,
airport.
it's not the ride. It's the impersonal part of it. You're not there to greet us.
Oh, jeez. See, this is why
I
the
get
holidays
it.
suck.
Right.
Everybody gets all up in arms.
Well, I'm glad.
This is why.
That's their rule, not yours, man.
This is. You know how long they're staying for?
That was your sternum. Whoa.
You know how long they're staying for? 2.5 weeks.
Oh,
Sweet.
never
My
mind.
God.
You got to start it off
That's
right. I guess.
good.
I got to kick off this trip on a
Yeah.
high
On a
note.
cheese ball note.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a long trip.
Long, strange trip coming for you, dude.
They don't leave until I think the 14th of December.
And then what's happening for Christmas? Seeing them
They
again?
come back on the 15th.
No, we're staying home.
Okay. So this is the holiday.
This is the holiday
This is
trip.
the
Christmas
holiday
everything.
hang.
This is the holiday hang.
All right.
All right. Well,
This is the holiday hang.
Well, then you're not going to mind sending them back in an Uber.
I
to
will
the
send them
airport.
back in an Uber. Yes.
Yeah. All right. We worked it out.
Depending on how things go.
Hey,
We'll see how things turn out.
you better be nice to me.
You know, house guests. It's fun at first, and then it's like, fish left out on the counter. Starts to stink. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, have you had people come over? Because it's the season for that. We're coming into town. For those of us who have out of town relatives, we're coming into town. We're not just staying for, a day or two. We're staying for a week.
Right.
People online were sharing stories about the weirdest thing guests have done in their home while staying over. And have you guys had any weird stuff happen at your house with somebody staying over?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Of course.
like clogged pipes or
I
something.
had the guy take a bath. We don't have to revisit it, but he's out.
Like he would bathe at your house.
I let a guy who was too drunk to drive home that was in a band at the bar I worked at stay at my house. I woke up to a wet bathroom floor. For the quick recap, I go, "Hey, man, why is the floor wet?" He goes, "Oh, sorry, I woke up and took a bath." I said, "Get out. Get your stuff. And get the hell out of my home.
Out of my house.
Did you light some candles, man? Did you put a little bath bomb in there? Get out."
Somebody had a friend over who forgot their toothbrush, so they just used a random loose one they found under the sink.
Whoa.
And the homeowner said, man, that's the old one we use for cleaning.
Oh, gross.
That's the one we use for the shower grout.
Bro, you got comet teeth.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this? Do you strip the bed after people leave for the weekend?
Yes.
Or do you have them? My in-laws always do it themselves. They always take off the sheets. And I'm like, I'll do it. You know, we've never had the conversation like...
That's an old school. I think that's an old people thing.
Yeah,
I
we
guess
usually
so.
we usually do it too. If we stay somewhere at somebody's house, we'll
you
strip the
take
bed.
it- All right. I've never dealt with this before till Tim's family came along and...
We'll strip the bed just to help out.
All right.
Does it make you think that they
Did naughty
messed the
things.
sheets?
They were naughty? No. I feel like they don't want us to take care of them at all. They're like, we'll do everything. We'll clean the house before we
Yeah.
leave. You know.
No, there's an old Russian thing where you don't strip the bed until they get to their. You don't clean the room that they stayed in until they get home.
Oh.
It's like a superstition.
Oh.
It's odd superstitions, too. Do you guys ever hear if you go to somebody's house, you're always supposed to exit the door that you walked into? For
Nope,
good luck?
never heard that one.
It
I
hurts
learned that
walking
this
into
year.
those.
I know.
So many rules, bro. So many rules.
Universe.
Oh, I
rules.
was yelled at for like, all right, they're gone. Let's strip the bed and clean the bedrooms. Like, no, they're not home yet. What? Why? It's bad luck. The plane's gonna fall out of the sky. What?
I think these all developed in a time where people, really needed to fill their brains with thoughts. Like, I got to be thinking about something. It's before phones, clearly, before anything. That was like, you just had to be thinking about something.
No, something probably happened to somebody somewhere at some time, and now it ruined it for everybody.
Well, just didn't have medicine. They didn't know what was going on. People were like dying of common cold, so they're like, well, all right, let's try this. What if we don't put our hats on the bed? See if that helps. Like, they're just trying, and some of that stuff stuck.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Put your hat on the bed. It's
I
bad
got
luck.
yelled at for whistling in the house.
You'll get cholera.
That's bad luck.
So somewhere
you
at some
you
point,
got to build a whistling room.
at some point, somehow somebody was whistling, and then something bad happened.
Well, how are you supposed to work in your house if you're not?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Is that why it's whistle while you work? Because it was only allowed?
Oh,
They're
maybe.
outside.
Maybe it's a safe,
They were outside.
safe route.
Somebody had to go through their garbage can, pulling out the, quote, perfectly good food that shouldn't go to waste. Get out of my house.
I think that's my family.
Somebody discovered evidence that a friend had, pleasured himself in their bathroom while pretending to use the toilet.
How'd they find that out?
What?
Yeah, that's some deviant behavior right there. Somebody had a friend stay over and in the middle of the night woke them up to them rearranging the furniture to, quote, improve the feng shui.
Huh.
Whoa.
Did it?
Somebody
As long as you're willing to return it if I'm not stoked.
Somebody gave their older neighbor a key to their house because he'd offered to walk their dog during the day. He did, but they later found out he would also spend hours watching TV in the house with the dog on the couch.
What's the problem there?
Was he like just giving him company?
What? Nope. You don't see a problem with that?
I mean, that seems above and beyond. If like the dog's home alone, and the guy's like, I'll hang out with him for a couple hours and make him feel like he's not like rifling through your drawers.
Yeah, he wasn't
watching TV.
He wasn't in the fridge, was he?
I would assume if you're watching hours of TV on the couch.
Man, that depends.
Honestly, if you're hanging out with my dog and you're watching TV, you can have a soda.
Yeah, that depends on the old man.
That doesn't
Price
bother
of the
me. As
cheese
long as you're
bowl.
not
It
like
also
being a
depends
weirdo.
on if you say, I'll hang out with the dog.
Oh,
You got to tell them.
Maybe so, but
Yeah.
I'm saying like if I had some, little old neighbor,
I don't know.
and he's lonely, and he's just kind of hanging. I don't know. Maybe,
The homeowner
it might be cute.
The homeowner was weirded out by the boldness of it.
Yeah.
But they think he was just trying to get some peace from his, quote, wife from hell.
Oh, well then you're doing him a service.
A guy said that when he was 13, he had a friend over, and the friend secretly stole one of his mom's bras. Person said their brother-in-law changed their baby's diaper on the dining table during Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh.
They said they offered him a private place, but he didn't take the hint and said, I don't want to miss the conversation.
Oh, great.
Gosh.
I watched my wife's grandmother, when my daughter was in diapers, wipe a pee diaper on her face
I know.
at a Hanukkah dinner.
That was a holiday, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a Hanukkah dinner. Never forget. She had very clear skin.
Yep. And then
Great
she
skin
came
until the
and
day
then
she
she
died.
came
Care.
to,
I
and then
will-
she came to kiss you on the cheek goodbye, and you're just like, ah!
Give Grandma a kiss. No,
So gross.
no. All right, before we hit the break, today is National Happy Hour Day. How would you celebrate this? By going to a happy hour today.
Okay. What time?
What time is happy hour?
Usually
5 to
like
7?
4.
6 to 10 a.m. every morning.
Thank you, Rafe.
You're welcome, Dad.
What time is happy hour? 4 to
4 to 7.
4 to 6. Let's give it a 4 to 6.
Okay.
Maybe sometimes we'll go earlier. 3 to. Were you somebody that would frequent a happy hour?
Yes.
Like, did you have a place you would go?
I would.
I never had that place.
We'd go to the Red Line in Maplewood. That's now the Crow's Nest. And
Like, hey, do you want to hit up happy hour?
we would stay there. We would start at happy hour. We would stay there all night. It was amazing.
I always get like, if we go into a place and you go, oh, still happy hour pricing. All right. I get kind of excited.
Yeah, get a little cocktail app.
But I don't have my happy hour place. I know the bosses here at the radio station go downstairs to El Balago for their happy hour.
I went to happy hour last week with a friend. I went to Perennial in Webster Groves, and that was awesome. You've been to Perennial right next to Olive and Oak. Delicious.
Oh yeah, Perennial. They do a brewery, right? So today, National Happy Hour Day, which means you have the ultimate excuse to hit the bar early, take advantage of cheap drinks and cheap eats. And the fun fact is the phrase happy hour started around 1914 when the United States Navy would have a weekly happy hour for the sailors. Now, these original happy hours weren't about the drink deals and half-price apps. They were a way for the sailors to relieve the boredom of their postings, But if you were a bartender or cocktail waitress, what are your thoughts on happy hour? I'm sure it was sometimes were better than others.
What do you mean?
Was it different? Did people act differently during happy hours as opposed to the regular hours?
Whenever I worked at a bar, I would have I don't know if it was official happy hour, but I had regulars that would come in. It was all the business guys, all the guys that were in the Kiwanis in town would come in from in between getting off work and having to have dinner with the family. That's what happy hour was in Edwardsville. So it'd be all the lawyers getting out of the courthouse across the street, coming over, making their little backroom deal, slapping each other on the back, drinking scotch, maybe smoking a cigar.
Right.
It was always good. It was just it was mostly a lot of dudes hanging out, getting a couple drinks in them before they went home to deal with the family business.
That's what I would think. It would actually be a nice time to work.
Yeah. It's usually everybody buying everyone rounds.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that was annoying about it was everyone's trying to flex on which is great, but I had to hand out drink cups. Get everybody around. So then I'm handing out cups. So I'm stacking chips in front of everybody. But it's nice because people are buying drinks that may be redeemed later, and you're getting tipped for them.
Yeah.
So that was kind of nice.
Well, everybody, happy National Happy Hour Day, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Again, it's a good excuse to go hit the bar early, take advantage of cheap drinks and some cheap eats. All right, let's do this. All right, that's brought to us by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill, a place that has a hell of a happy hour. Check out the all-new Hot Shots Lindbergh, your new home for sports in South County. Get all the info at hotshotsnet.com. From, where is this? Aurensville, Illinois? Somebody look up where that is. Aurensville, Illinois.
Aurensville.
Caleb Miller.
It is.
Is it so ill?
Let's see. Where are we close to
here
here?
it is.
It's near the Strutton Rut.
Well, Caleb's been a fan of the race show ever since he discovered the show passing through St. Louis while driving his truck for work.
By Springfield, Illinois.
By Springfield,
sort of.
Oh, yeah,
huh?
that's
west.
in between Springfield and Hannibal.
Yeah. Quincy.
Aurensville, Illinois.
Big old town.
Caleb says the race show is the most important part of each and every day for him. He's also got his wife hooked on the show as well. Misses Jeff's presence on the show, but he loves the additions of both Rafe and Learn and all they bring to the ensemble and appreciates everything that we do to keep other fans entertained and laughing every morning. Caleb Miller from Aurensville, Illinois is our Team Riz member of the day. Get super sweet Team Riz member of the day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back with some news and we'll crown the douchebag of the day. The program, phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Riz. The socials at RIZZ. Show your emails. RizShow 1057thepoint.com. Our buddy Jimmy Griffin will be here later on. Jimmy Griffin, you know him from El Monstero, Celebration Day. He's here for the Hard Promises, which is the Tom Petty tribute act. They got a thing coming up on the 30th of November at the pageant. It's the album Wildflowers. It's a 30th anniversary. So they're doing a whole thing at the pageant on the 30th. Jimmy's going to be here at around 9 o'clock. Maybe do a song or two. Every time he's in for this, I miss it.
Yeah, you've missed it the last couple times.
Yeah, the last 2 times. And as a Tom Petty enthusiast,
yeah, what song
would
did
make
he
me
do?
angry.
What song did he do last time?
It's Good to Be King.
Oh, that's right. What do you want to hear?
It's Good to Be King.
Oh, you want to hear it again? Okay.
I would love to. I would love to. Also, anything off that Wildflowers record. God, It's Good to Be King. You Wreck Me.
Yeah.
Wildflowers. You Don't Know How It Feels. Oh, man, that's such a good record. Damn it.
I love that song.
Damn it. So Jimmy will be here today. Face the Music. It's Moon's week to pick the bands out.
Mm-hmm.
Today, the band is...
Today is Incubus.
It's Incubus Day.
Nice.
Incubus.
So if you hear an Incubus song from now until midnight, get out your Point Mobile app, open her up, see Moon's smiling face or whatever face he's got on today.
I don't know. Yesterday it was I was crying.
Yeah, whoever picked the photos of us, really trolling.
Yeah, they're really
Really trolling this
really
show.
working us well, aren't they?
Joe Schoenwetter in
it's,
video.
Yeah, it's Joe out there in the web guy Joe.
It's Joe time.
So yeah, click Moon's face and your chance to win $1,000 and your chance to co-host the morning show with us. So that's the Incubus band, the band called Incubus. All day today, if you hear Incubus, make sure you tap that app. Chance to win $1,000 and a chance to co-host the morning show. Hey, if you think, do you think you could fake your own death and start a new life somewhere else?
No.
Not morally, but do you think you could get away with it?
No. I love people too much. Like, I'd talk to somebody. I'd blow my own cover. I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, I totally would.
I think I could, like, since I kind of have a look that I could blend in anywhere in the world. I could go to, like, Central America or something. No one would ever know that.
No, hey, you could easily, like, shave your head or color your hair and nobody be the wiser.
Yeah. Just put a little mustache on me. And
everybody
like,
be looking for a redhead, but no.
He has to get a spray tan every day.
That's right.
Oh, man.
Live in Chile.
I'd pick up a New York accent.
Ghostly redhead, but no, you are a tan.
Yeah. I mean, we're a lot of gold.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
tan
sweet,
fella. Well, there's this guy. Authorities now think that this missing kayaker and father of 3 faked his disappearance and death and fled the U.S.
Oh yeah. What are the points that led them down this? Has he got some crazy debt issue? Did he gamble something and he owes somebody $350,000?
No, they don't know why, but he didn't cover his tracks very well. So there was a big news conference where the local sheriff up there in Wisconsin provided an update. So a 54-day search for this guy named Ryan Borgswart.
Wow. Maybe he's running away from his last
Borgswart.
name. Maybe he just wanted to change his name and he could think of no other way.
Borgswart!
I got to kill this name. Well, I'll fake my death and go by
just
Smith.
a quick trip to the courthouse. I think you could take care of that. But so on August 12th, around 5:32 p.m., deputies got a call about a missing person. Ryan's car and trailer were later found parked in the area of Dodge Memorial Park, with the guy's last known location being on Green Lake. Right an hour after the alarm was first raised in August, authorities then found a capsized kayak in the western part of the lake where the water's about 220 feet deep. The following day, fishermen found Ryan's fishing rod and his driver's license inside a wallet. They also found a tackle box. So again, this guy's got a wife. He's got 3 kids.
And he left behind a lot of money just right there in the river.
Yeah.
Driver's license, tackle box, kayak, fishing rod. 220-foot lake. So they called in divers. They called in search dogs. Nothing. But then, October 7th rolls around. The sheriff said, we need to go in a different direction here. They found out that Ryan's name had been checked by Canadian law enforcement on August 13th, so the day after. They ended up analyzing a laptop that Ryan's wife had given them. He reported his passport missing, got a replacement on May 22nd. Authorities now think he's someplace in Europe. with the sheriff saying that officers found that he had replaced his computer hard drive, cleared his browser the day of his disappearance. He also took photos of his passport, moved funds to a foreign bank, changed his email, and communicated with a woman in Uzbekistan.
Oh, no. Are you serious?
Yeah. He also took out a $375,000 life insurance policy in January and bought airline cards.
What do you mean took out?
Maybe he was going to leave his wife with something.
That's nice.
Which is nice.
I'm going to get out of here and go start a new life, but I'm going to leave you with
I'm going to
$75K.
fake my death, which I thought was kind of classy of him.
He's got kids. He's thinking about this.
It is classy.
He's thinking about the kids.
Which I thought was nice of him.
He's with some woman in Uzbekistan, but he's thinking about
those kids. They don't want this father anyway. He's a trash person.
Well, if you look at him, maybe he's just on set as Jason Statham's
body double.
Yeah, because I mean, he's kind of got
much so.
he's kind of got like
kind of got that look,
a B-rate Jason Statham vibe.
He's the knee keeper,
not the beekeeper. Yeah, listen, I give it to him for at least taking out the life insurance policy.
He looks like he's just been run down. Like there's a photo of him and his wife with some sort of 8th grade graduation from a private school situation.
So you see in his eyes that I've had enough.
Like he's balding, which is one thing.
In 8th grade?
He's wearing something. No. He's the father of this 8th grader.
Oh.
And he just looks like he's had enough. You know, it's gotten to him.
Had enough where
midlife crisis time.
I'm going to fake my own death and run off with an Uzbek woman.
Yes.
Her name is Uzbeki.
The sheriff says due to these discoveries of new evidence, we're sure that Ryan was not in our lake. And of his kids, the sheriff said, hey, they thought their dad drowned. A day ago, they found out he wasn't. The sheriff says, Ryan, if you're reading this, I plead with you to contact your family. We understand that things could happen, but there's a family that wants their daddy back.
Yeah, this is avoidance at its top notch.
Or they're in on it.
This is avoidant, dismissive
so
behavior.
You're saying maybe an insurance scam, huh?
Yeah, I could see that. That's happened often. Where like financial crisis, the dad's like, I'm taking out $1 million policy, I'm going to disappear. Accidental death and dismemberment kicks in. You cash the checks. Wait a year or two, you move to Canada. You guys come all.
And then all of a sudden you're taking the family moving to Canada and you meet up.
Joe Smith.
Yeah, as soon as they find you, though, especially after this one, that life insurance policy is what it's going to cost for reimbursement for dragging a lake for 12 days or whatever the heck. You know what I mean? Like
for 54 days.
They're going to 54 days. Good
54
God.
days of searching for this guy
That's
with divers and
that's
dogs.
That's a lot of money
folks.
they're going to stick on you, buddy, when they find you.
Yeah.
You better stay in Uzbekistan.
You better stay over there.
I don't even know where that is.
If you don't?
No, I mean, I know it's one
Hop,
of the...
skip, and a jump, I'm sure.
I know, it's a former, Russian, former USSR.
What gives you that impression?
There's people that have done it, man. Successfully.
Did that happen to, was it Olivia Newton-John's husband?
Really?
Was it her husband that faked his death, or they said faked his death, drowned? And they found him somewhere?
Here's a...
It's on the other side of the Caspian Sea from Azerbaijan.
Ah, yes.
Here's a 2021 story. Thomas Randall was dying of lung cancer in Boston when he called his daughter into his room and made a stunning confession. He was a fugitive who had been on the run for more than 5 decades from robbing a Ohio bank when he was 20 years old for $215,000. His real name was Theodore Conrad. He was in hospice and wanted his daughter to know who he was before he died.
Whoa.
2 first names.
And the equivalent of $1.7 million today.
Harder to trust. All right, so check it. So Russia's here, and then like central Russia, underneath that is Kazakhstan, and then underneath Kazakhstan is Uzbekistan, and then Turkmenistan, and then Afghanistan is underneath that. So like Uzbekistan and Afghanistan actually share a small border.
Nobody will find me in Uzbekistan.
I mean, literally, this is as far as you can get. This dude is like in the hiding spot.
I think Uzbekistan has the longest dirt highway or something like that.
Is that
Really?
true? Well,
Yeah.
a fun fact.
Uh-huh.
This guy's going to be on it, sit on a dirt highway for
Come
a while.
find me.
Nobody's going here to look for him, is what I'm saying. Like,
Is there a flight from Lambert out there?
Yeah, direct flight.
Direct.
right to Nukas.
Isn't it tough to get? Is that one of those countries that's tough to get into?
Who knows?
That's what I'm saying. It just looks like a hard place to get to.
To get to, yeah.
In general.
Where am I flying into?
Nukas. God bless you.
So I'm flying into Nukas?
Yeah, either that or Urgench or Chimbe.
What a place to move to.
Yeah.
Or run away to. That's
Yeah,
wild.
I mean, look where this is on the map, dude. This is like
No, man.
the middle of Central Asia. Mm-hmm. You are
Yeah, want to get away?
want to get away.
Talking
dude.
about running away from your problems.
Yeah.
That's a new level.
And then
Yeah, this guy.
And then if you go to the southeastern part of it, like you're in the mountains, like where nobody's in the mountains. Gee whiz.
Wow, it's kind of
He's
it's
had
beautiful
enough.
though.
Had enough.
Dad's gone wild.
That's commitment. Yeah, you know you really upset this guy.
And maybe you met like an Uzbeki woman online and
Yeah.
fell in love and
Nukaslove.com.
moved to Nukas. All right, let's do some news.
Oh, yeah. We gonna do some news.
And your news being sponsored by.
Energy Stars Heating and Cooling. Look to the stars and schedule your fall maintenance today.
All right, you want to talk about wanting to get away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're somebody who just wants to take a break, there's a new opportunity for you.
It's called the Mental Psych Ward, where I'm going to be going on a sabbatical.
A cruise line just announced a special package called Skip Forward, which will allow you to spend 4 years on a cruise ship.
That's awesome.
Again, no thanks. We heard about this last year.
In case you miss all those ads, you can hurry up and get to the next ads.
I don't want to be on water for 4 years, okay? I'm not a captain.
That's pretty dope.
4 years. 4 years on a cruise ship. The cruise will travel to all 7 continents,
Holy
go to
crud, for
100,
real?
140 countries.
All old people on this.
How
No
much do you
way.
think this is going to cost?
$100,000.
Oh yeah, not a.
Oh, no way. Naturally, a 4-year cruise is not going to be cheap. So if you want to go by yourself, $256,000.
Okay.
Wow.
That's a lot of
Double occupancy room, $320,000. I mean, think about
Where's the math there?
math it out.
I am
Think
mathing
about
it.
your mortgage. Think about food. Think about laundry. Think about all that stuff. You don't need to do anything.
It's like 60 grand a year.
That covers everything, including all food, all drinks, everything.
It's not.
Yeah, that's pretty much reasonable.
Plus things like a fitness center, a spa, all that. I mean, it's one of
The
these big ass.
icebergs, the whole thing. You're going to get the whole experience.
No, somebody's
You get-
cooking you great meals.
You're getting food poison, born in illness. on the-
Legionnaire, don't think
'Cause that doesn't happen on
Legionnaire's
land?
disease.
You guys are crazy. Y'all are crazy. This is a decent deal.
Yeah, it is.
You get to see the world, 100 and something countries.
Well, it's a play on the election. Like, so if you don't like what happened, you could skip forward to the next election. They're even doing like a midterm package for 2 years.
I don't need a boat. Just give me like a room full of puppies and like a sabbatical for about a month with like a padded cell. And I think I'd be totally fine.
So, a rep for the company, Villa Vi Residences, says the trip gives passengers, quote, flexibility to escape traffic jams, politics, and the monotony of city life.
There's something cool about being on it. I mean, and you're connected as much as you want to be with Wi-Fi and all that. But there's something cool about being on it where you just like, the world's a good place. You know what I mean? Like you're not stressed
You're
out.
living in
but-
Fantasyland for 4 years.
Right.
Yeah, kind of. But I mean, I'm sure you can get work done if, let's say, you're working remotely or something.
Salt life, bro.
Oh, this is the actual salt life.
This is a good deal if you think, all right, I don't want to buy a house, I got to get out of this apartment or something like that. And you're like, well, I mean, rent another place or I could work remotely. I could choose these cities.
Well, listen, I've heard stories
Here's a fixed price for the next 4 years. Fixed price.
Of people going to all-inclusives, like traveling to different all-inclusives around the world.
Right, that's what I mean. But
Like they'll go, 2 weeks here, 2 weeks there.
Yeah, it's a
spend
fixed
year.
price if you never get off the boat. That's the problem. Like, well, how much is all the tourism going to cost?
as
You don't
much
have to
as
do
you
any of
want
that
it to.
stuff.
I know, but I'm like, being on a boat for 3 years and never getting off
Well, I'm sure.
would be wild.
Well, I mean, you get off the boat, stretch your legs.
Yeah, go get coffee in Tehran or whatever.
You just walk around the dock for a second and get back on. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of boat this is. what the size is? Is it one of those? Is it one of those Princess Cruise lines where it's? I mean, it's a city. It better be a big boat for 4 years. Anyway, so
a bunch of them got canceled like 2 years ago because they couldn't secure a boat. This Life at Sea.
Oh
cruises.
yeah, the Life at Sea was the one I think we talked about.
Yeah.
You know,
They couldn't get the boat
Let's say you're out on this boat, and there's how many people you think is on the boat?
for the 4-year cruise.
The boat that I was just on had 8,000.
Okay, so there's 8,000 people.
But
let's say
but that's like the second biggest boat on the water.
nuclear war, World War III.
You're good.
You are good. You have to create civilization again. Only these 8,000 people, anybody else who's on a cruise ship, I guess at that time, will survive. This is a movie in the making.
Yep, you come back to land, there's all mutants everywhere.
Right.
This is a pro, not a con.
Okay, you know what? I'm on the boat now.
This is a pro.
Okay, she's on it.
I'm on Xanax, but I'm on the boat. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Rizzuto
so
Cruise 2025.
I'm
Here
sure
we
there are
come.
doctors on the boat too.
Yeah.
You have everybody you need to start a new civilization.
It's a floating city. You have everybody. They have to.
But I
have
wonder, like, could I go for like a checkup, like a yearly checkup?
No
I suppose
paps on
so.
the boat.
For
Yeah.
3.5 years, you'd almost have to.
check to
right?
see if your insurance is.
There's got to be like doctors on the. There's no way.
Are you in my network?
That's so long.
I would imagine maybe that's included in your price.
I'm sure.
Like if I need a Z-Pack, any antibiotics or something, is there a
has-
floating pharmacy? There's got to be.
There's one on a regular. There's pharmacy on a regular cruise ship.
This sounds like an okay idea.
They got a little medic bay. They got a.
I mean, you'd have to have
Better than
like-
faking your death.
They got a morgue. They got it all.
You'd have to have more than just a general doctor, right?
Like a surgeon?
This is gonna be all old people
Give me a lot of old
for
people.
4 years.
That's a
Lot
That's
of
a
stuff,
long
man.
time.
You gotta have
That's
like a cardiovascular guy.
That's
on
a long
board.
time.
Gotta have a
They don't have a
Physical
surgeon on there,
therapist?
sure.
an OBGYN,
Yeah, but they could drop
right?
you off somewhere.
Yeah, people are going to be having babies on that boat.
Dude, baby could be born and learn to talk on that boat.
Yeah, and be
Before it
ready for
ever sees
preschool
dry
by the
land.
time you hit dry land. That's
And
wild.
we'll have only known the seas.
And
Yeah.
and already be a
Only know the sea.
and already be a more well-traveled human being than
Right.
98% of
And
the
it's going to
population
all
to
7
ever live
continents.
on the earth.
Well, what happens with that? You're on international waters. What nation do you belong to if you're
All
born on a
of
boat?
them.
if you're born on the boat, so I wonder where the boat is registered.
Yeah,
out
probably
of.
Bahamas. You Bahamian.
Bahama
Hey,
Mama.
nice thing is, if there is nurses on there, they're all wet nurses. So
That's right.
I missed you, buddy. 25 of the 43 monkeys that escaped from that research facility down there in South Carolina have been captured.
That's a good number, right? 20. You said 25.
25 of 43. 25 of the 43 monkeys that escaped from that South Carolina research facility have been recovered.
Do we know if Tanya Haddix has
She's
landed?
down there. She's
the
leading,
one scooping
she's
them up.
leading,
You know they're telling all the money.
She's leading the search.
You know they're telling all those 25 monkeys too. Like, here's the phone. Better call your friends.
I think the other monkeys came and rode the loop trolley here, which is why it's up 44% from an earlier story we reported.
Vets say the rescued bunch are all in good health. Some of the 18 monkeys still on the loose have been, quote, jumping back and forth over the research facility fence, so like testing them. Officials say they're exhibiting calm and playful behavior. The same research center had a similar problem back in 2016 when 19 monkeys escaped. They were all caught within 6 hours that time. But, yep, you still got some 18 monkeys on the loose.
This is a perfect opportunity for do better. Will you say 19 of them broke out last time?
19 last time,
43
in 2016.
43 this time. We are over 50 monkeys in 2 different incidences.
Yeah.
Do better.
Yeah. Amazon is coming to a new area with their drone deliveries. Congratulations to nowhere near us, Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh.
Man, Phoenix gets all the good stuff.
But man, they're testing it out in all these big cities, and it could be coming to our city at some point.
You been to a city yet and seen the driverless taxis?
No.
The Waymos? They're pretty dope.
No, but I am excited to see the drone Amazon deliveries.
That's what I'm saying. Well, where do you think they do the Waymos? San Francisco and Tempe, or Phoenix. So like doing everything. Those places are getting the future first.
Are we all for this? Amazon drone deliveries?
Yeah, whatever, man.
I don't know, man. I was looking on my Instagram feed, and I keep getting these bumps on. They're really pushing Threads. I guess it was supposed to be Twitter's, the answer to Twitter when Elon bought it. I don't think a lot of people are on there. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's like it's all we immediately sexual. It's like the movie AI that Spielberg made is happening. I feel like all these science fiction movies are coming true because I'm like, we admit it's all bots it's all fake accounts of like AI bots that are like women that have fake OnlyFans. Like everything is just we sexualized it immediately. It's the first thing we did with it. Mm-hmm. We have the technology. Let's sexualize it first before we use it for any good. Let's do that first. And now we're gonna have drones like flying through the skies. You know, it was like all the robots they were rounding up in the AI thing. Like there were sex bots, and then there were like nanny bots, and
the products.
That's where we're at.
The products have to be under 5 pounds for them to use this. So little odds and ends, I guess you can get delivered right to your front door.
I'm gonna order a bunch of knives, just in case it drops it or something.
The product it needs to be under 5 pounds. The weather and the area needs to be good enough for the drone to fly. They're already doing it in Texas and in parts of Europe. So now Phoenix, and they're going to start coming to more cities.
The weather has to be nice?
Weather has to be nice.
We'll probably never get it, huh?
Would you support this if it happened here? And a follow-up question, would your 14-year-old murder you for it? So Australia is looking at banning social media for all kids under 16. This is a big story.
I think that's great.
So the Parliament over there in Australia plans to vote on the bill later on this month. It was announced last week by their Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese. He said social media is harming our kids and it's time to do something about it. He called it world-leading legislation. And here he is talking about it. Again, this is the Prime Minister of Australia.
This one's for the mums and dads. Social media is doing harm to our kids, and I'm calling time on it. The onus will be on social media platforms to demonstrate they are taking reasonable steps to prevent access. The onus won't be on parents or young people.
I don't know if it should be banned, but I think there should be more restrictions.
I don't think all social media is bad. I just think it should be very heavily limited.
It's just like really easy to bully people on social media.
And those were, some kids talking about it after the Prime Minister. So it would apply to all big sites like TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, X, maybe even YouTube.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
Kids and parents wouldn't get in trouble, but the sites would.
I think that's great as well.
They'd have to take reasonable steps to prevent access. Would go into effect 12 months after the law passes, so late next year, and parents would not be able to opt out. It would be a full ban. Some people think, yeah, it's a great idea. Others are not sure. One advocacy group calls it a 20th century response to a 21st century problem.
What? Are you out of your mind?
The director of a mental health group also said it's risky because so many people are using social media to access mental health services.
Yeah.
What are you
Kids
talking
are?
about? No, like this is
Children aren't using.
The use of social media is directly correlated with teen depression, teen suicide,
Yeah.
and everything that we don't want.
Well, and these social media sites are pumping things that are detrimental. They're making money on the mental health crisis that is young people not
It's exacerbating it.
And all of us, too. I mean,
And
adults
they've
are
never-
subjected to it as well.
They've never had to be held accountable. They always hidden behind Section 230. Like the whole thing is a freaking joke. And then every single time they're about to enforce something, they suddenly figure out how to age gate something or how to do something.
I see it at my house.
Mm-hmm.
It's awful.
Like with addiction.
Get rid of it.
With the addiction to it and the...
The artificial dopamine. You're getting a
it's
dopamine hit every time somebody likes your post. It's inflating you, and you're not actually building up real self-worth in the world. It's all on your screen.
I mean, I've seen my daughter, as soon as she gets home from school, hit the couch and just start scrolling. I'll go, get the hell up and go do something. Endless scrolling. How long have you been doing that?
There's a lot of creativity that comes with it as well. I will say there's apps that aren't social media, but they're creative apps. And kids make really cool
Now,
creative videos.
Yeah, and they should be allowed to do that and send
Yeah.
it back and forth if they have a phone to text or something like that.
Yeah, like just get CapCut, make videos, send
make it for
text
you,
to
make
your
it for your
friend.
friends. We used to do the same thing with the camcorders too.
Yeah.
But we
others
weren't-
think 16 is too harsh. Maybe 12 or 13 would be better. Maybe they got a point there. But the U.S. already requires a parent's consent before companies can access data for kids under 13. So most of the big platforms already have that as their age limit.
Yeah.
And kids get around it by lying about their age when they open up an account. And that's the other argument. It would just push the problem underground.
Mm-hmm.
Kids would still manage to log on. They would just hide it.
And it would also put us more at, the Big Brother thing would grow more because they'd have to have proof of ID, right?
Well, the head of safety at Meta says they'll respect the law if Australia goes through with it, but that it might just make people, feel better and not really do much.
Well, it's worth the experiment, though. Let's see.
Hey, if they want to try it out in Australia, great. Let them be the canary in the coal mine.
The experiment has already happened, and like I said,
Well, the experiment, we're going through
yeah,
a social media thing with teens.
exactly.
But as far as helping and maybe doing something about the addiction to it and the consequences of it, as far as mental health goes, as far as, your depressions and your suicides, let's see if this works in Australia.
Right. It's worth the try.
Yeah.
And it's not the end of the world. If you miss social media, it will always be there. And when you are of age, it will be there for you.
I mean, every single, I don't remember the documentary on Netflix, but every single platform creator, from the president of Twitter to Bill Gates to anyone that creates this technology, all said they don't let their kids use it.
Right.
It was the only unanimous thing they agreed on, which was interesting to me because it's targeting kids. It's targeting everybody. It's the same thing with like argumentative posts that perform well are the ones that people get on and argue.
Mm-hmm.
It creates like divisiveness, is monetized.
Right. Which is so sick.
Yeah.
Well, anything that promotes or anything that has addictive qualities, we have age-gated everything. Cigarettes, alcohol, gambling, all of it.
Yeah.
So how is this any different?
Wow.
It's already been proven in every single way.
Well, if you go to a porn site, it says, "Are you 18?"
Yeah, and if you're in Texas, you have to put your actual information in, and you got to prove that you are over 18, which is very invasive to a lot of people down in Texas that they're like, I'm 27, I'm of age to be here. I don't have to put my, literally your name, right? You have to put
a random company, you don't know who it is.
Right, you're giving them your license. Cool.
How insulting, too, to have a social media company say, well, and actually say, one of the drawbacks that you may pull away is access to mental health. Are you out of your mind?
Yeah,
we're literally trying to save the mental health of young people, and you have the audacity to say something about mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go to the office like the rest of us. Trust it's a little bit better. So.
Well, this is getting awfully close to full-time job territory, but a new poll found the average American now spends 6 hours a day consuming content. And that includes time spent on everything from streaming and using TikTok to reading books and listening to the radio.
Yeah, Gen Z's really high, aren't they?
Yeah, 6 hours means a full quarter of your life is now spent watching and consuming stuff. Or if you don't count the hours you're asleep, more like a third of your waking hours. And age matters here. Gen Z consumes the most content per day at 6 hours and 36 minutes. Even for people in their 80s, it's 4 hours and 48 minutes.
So you're essentially using, I think it's like 42 hours a week Gen Z is online for 7 days, not just throughout the Monday through Friday.
Right.
So it's like a full-time job of consuming content.
Right. The average person spends $67 a month on content services. The top ones we've paid for in the past year, Netflix, Prime, and Hulu. Cable is now fourth. And it doesn't stop when we're in bed. 79% of young people often or always scroll through their phone and consume content in bed.
You got to give yourself parameters. I stop looking at screens. I try at 8 o'clock. I try to put the phone down,
awesome.
Get a book in my I guess the TV sometimes is a screen that I'm seeing
That's
after
content.
That is content.
I try to stop when my eyes give out. And
I'm blind.
And the Sandman comes for me. I found that that's not super helpful, but that's my parameter.
I know, me
Adam
too.
Sandler
That's
comes to your
bad,
house?
right? It's bad, and I feel guilty about it. And that goes to this next thing: 3 times a month. That's how often the average American feels guilty for wasting too much of their life consuming content.
You know what I've been really dogging on myself lately is I'll be on my phone and my cats are laying on me and I'm like, put your stupid phone down. They're going to go one day and you're going to want to have had this time with them. And so I'm shaming myself in real
first
time.
I'm going to take a picture.
Yeah, I'm going to take a picture of you real fast. But then I put it down because I'm like, oh man, my
That's
time
too
with
cute
my
not to
cats are-
post.
I've found myself
It is.
one of the dogs, like I got like a toy that dog's pulling and playing tug of war with in one hand, and I'm on my phone on the other hand.
Right.
It's pathetic.
It is pathetic. We have to do better.
And the TV on in the background, by the way.
And an
It's awful.
AirPod in.
Are they counting that for the 80-year-olds? Like, are they counting Matlock and People's Court and all the stuff Granny's watching?
I mean, it says consuming everything from...
Content is everything, right?
Even reading.
That's not bad, though.
Rewatching old stuff is almost as popular as new stuff now, even among young people.
I mean, hasn't it always been the case?
Nostalgia programming is the best.
Well, remember as a kid, you'd come home from school and they'd have the reruns of like The Simpsons. And all
Oh,
the
man,
stuff
I
right
still
after.
watch Seinfeld reruns.
Yeah.
I also think that we've created a world where we never are alone with our own thoughts anymore. I think that's why it's popular. It's like white noise. Seinfeld and The Office and whatever you're into has become like a nostalgic distraction
Yeah, it's a
from
crutch.
having to sit with your own existence.
Well, we appreciate you consuming us because we are content. So
Yeah,
thank you.
don't
guys.
turn this
Don't
off.
Turn us off.
Everybody but us.
And finally, before we get to the douchebag of the day, I'm perfectly capable of being lazy on my own. I didn't need this tip, but if you needed an excuse, Michigan's Department of Natural Resources is in the news for encouraging people to not rake leaves this fall. Do not. It's better for your yard's ecosystem. The rewilding trend has gotten popular lately. What a BS excuse for not raking. Rewilding. Get the hell out of here.
Get the f*** out of here.
That sounds better.
Get the f*** out of here.
Yeah, thank you. It's where you let nature do its thing and don't worry so much about keeping your yard looking pretty. So they sent out an email that said if raking and bagging fall leaves is an outdoor chore you dread, just skip it. Lots of bugs and other critters use those leaves in the winter, either hiding amongst the foliage or eating it. If you prefer a tidy yard, they suggest raking most of the leaves up but skipping the ones around the trees and bushes. They're the most important. But if you really want to feel good about yourself, you should get no yard work done and just spend all weekend, instead of raking leaves, watching football.
Heck yeah.
So there you go.
Speaking of raking leaves, I don't know why, but I'm getting these stupid neighborhood emails again from, whatever app we were on, however many, 10 years ago. You know what I'm talking about, the neighborhood app, right? Where all your neighbors are just bitching about one another. And I read this one. Can the homeowners association do anything about the neighbor that blows his leaves out in the street and then they go in front of my house? And this person goes on and on and on. And dude, the responses, spectacular responses. Some of which were like, yeah, they shouldn't be allowed to do that. We should sign a thing. We should call the homeowners association, have these people ticketed. And then somebody just put, wah.
So a good measured response.
Yeah, and then there was one guy that was like, well, if you care about the earth, and it was just like this, if you care about the earth, you shouldn't be raking leaves and chopping them up anyway. You should just leave them in your yard.
Oh, God.
Man, 53 comments arguing about whether this should be a law or people should get involved.
Well, I love how it's called rewilding.
Rewilding. Or just...
That's a made-up word, isn't it?
Leave wilding.
It's a real thing. That's the terminology for it.
Rewilding? That's not I just made this word up, so I'm lazy.
Rewilding, the process of protecting an environment and returning it to its natural state.
But your yard?
Yep.
Okay.
It's a real word.
Yeah.
True story.
Get the f*** out of here.
All right, let's do this. Man, this guy out of Vermont this got to me today. Maybe because I just got a flat tire 2 weeks ago, and it sucks all around. Today's douchebag of the day is from Vermont, where police say a guy spread hundreds of nails and screws across a road and parking areas in the town of Bradford on Wednesday. Just throwing them out there.
What a D-bag.
Nails, screws. Witnesses waved down passing police after spotting the guy throwing all this stuff. Officers caught up with 54-year-old James Denman in the driveway of the Bradford town office, where they say he was throwing screws and nails onto the road and under parked police cruisers. He was cited on charges including reckless endangerment and disorderly conduct, due in court next month. Police and transportation workers picked up hundreds of the nails and the screws in the road and the parking areas. But police do say, hey, we couldn't get all of them. So when you're driving in Bradford, Vermont, just be careful. They got to get a big magnet.
Yeah, you got to get the town to take their shoes off, start walking around, find them all.
Like there's still hundreds more out there.
Magnet's not a bad idea.
Was he trying to fix the road conditions? Maybe.
I don't know. Anyone whose car was damaged has to call the police out there. But there you go. From the town of Bradford, Vermont, 54-year-old James Denman, you are today's douchebag of the day. Moon, if you would, let's dole out our punishment.
Man, we're animal lovers here. I think we should just start off and bring in the dogs.
All right, bring in the attack dogs.
Douche.
Okay.
I would say everybody loves a good Gatlin, right? Everybody loves a good Gatlin.
Hey, and you know what? Since cars were involved, how about a drive-by?
Ooh.
How about a drive-by douching? Ain't no nails in these wheels. All right. I think the punishment has been doled out sufficiently. Thank you, guys. I feel better.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back and crap on celebrities. It is 7:55. It is Tuesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Severe delays, 70 eastbound between Cave Springs and Earth City Expressway. Average speed down to about 10 miles an hour. On the southern side, severe delays, 270 eastbound between 55 and Gravois. Average speed about 10 miles an hour. Your point forecast, dry and cooler today. High of 57. Right now it's 41 at the Point Studio.
All right, Lauren, what do you got for us?
A little baby pocket pistol is on its way for Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly. Who's going to be the sexiest man alive? Sports and entertainment collide in a number of ways. And guess who the most beautiful bald man is?
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday. And how long is our attention span?
Short.
Surprisingly, well, maybe not surprisingly. Shockingly short. We'll chop it up next. Stay there. All right, before we get to crap on celebrities, how much do we hate traffic?
So much.
So much, guys, so much. And so much that you would duck out of a concert or event early to beat the traffic?
Oh, yeah. Done it plenty of times.
Right. Plenty of times.
With this job, you're kidding me. Like, get me out of there.
Somebody asked people if they've ever left a big event early just to beat the rush. Whether it's a sporting event or your favorite artist. Everybody here's done it, right?
Oh,
Scott,
yeah.
You've done it. Rafe, you've done it?
Oh, yeah.
80% of people say they've done it before.
I cut out of chili peppers.
Just to beat the rush?
You were smart because
Oh, that was a nightmare.
that was a nightmare.
I
They
was
were
trying to
sold
wait.
out.
Yeah, we went through the whole set list. I'm like, as soon as they hit Soul to Squeeze, I'm gone. And they didn't play it. And I waited a couple extra songs, and I go, they ain't playing it. I'm getting duped. I'm getting out of here. And they didn't. And I was out of there in 3 seconds.
So how many of us have done this? You leave a sporting event, and as you're walking out, as you just cross the threshold from the stadium to the sidewalk outside the stadium, fireworks,
Oh.
the roar of the crowd.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I have not seen fireworks inside the stadium since I was a kid, but I've seen them at least 5 or 6 times from the outside.
Something good happens as soon as you leave.
That's
like
a
an
service.
incredible comeback.
I'm like, oh, I wasn't meant to be here. I'm the bad luck charm.
That's the problem with baseball, though, is I was really good at always leaving around the 7th inning or so. And then now you'll be like, it's probably the 7th. You look, it's already the 9th. And you're just like, dang, it's going by quick.
I know.
Still got
And
a
I'm
cruise,
stuck with
though.
the crowd.
Yeah, we always cruise early. There was an instance too where we were losing, and then we left, and we hadn't even got to the car park thing yet, and fireworks. And we're like, whoa, they must have come back and done it quick, and we missed it.
Yeah, I've gone to a baseball game where I've gotten home and you turn on like the local news and like, most incredible comeback ever.
I got to report on it. and I was
If you
sports report.
left early, you were an idiot. Damn it, I'm home already.
Look at these fools on camera leaving during the 8th.
All right, guys, we've hit a point where you're staring at a screen and you're probably staring at more than one. So according to a poll out this week, the average Gen Zer checks their phone 6 times during a TV show.
Yeah.
That's per episode. And it's not just young people. Millennials check their phone 5 to 6 times, Gen X 4 to 5, and baby boomers 3. So while you're watching something, you're also watching something else.
Dang.
Multitasking.
That can't be an issue,
It's a
right?
gift.
Yeah.
Now, most people said that if they're watching a show or movie at home, they're probably using their phone at the same time.
Yeah. And being
That's it.
judged by your partner the entire time.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm definitely guilty of this. Tim is pretty good. He can put his phone down and just focus. And then I am like, I got to see what everybody's up to.
Yep.
Does he ever ask you, like,
Yeah.
are you not just boring?
Yeah,
Do you want me to change it?
he'll kind of just, be disappointed.
So people were asked how long they could watch something before they get bored and want to multitask. So for movies, what do you guys think?
Oh, man, we're like, maybe.
Credits. Opening credits.
11 minutes.
Yeah, are we? I mean, 30 minutes. I'd be very happy
go-
to see if we can get through 30 minutes.
No, we can't.
Is it 8 minutes?
No, we're a little better than that.
Okay. 21 minutes.
15 minutes.
15.
Oh, man.
All right.
15 minutes.
Average
15
quarter
minutes
hour.
and 42 seconds. For TV shows, we could go 14 minutes and 36 seconds.
You know, I feel like I'm a professional long watcher. You know, I love long movies. We're watching the extended versions of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit right now. I love that kind of stuff. But I can feel in the room when other people are starting to get bored. I don't know if I'm just noticing like movements or fidgeting or whatever it is, but like you get that sense that like, oh no,
Something's happening. I'm losing them.
the
I'm losing
scene's
them.
gone too long. Yeah, there's a particular scene in the first Hobbit movie on the extended version only that goes pretty long, and there's like a song in it and some other things, and I was like feeling it yesterday because I was telling my son, because my son's not a reader, and I'm like, dude, best book you're ever going to read is The Hobbit. It reads so well. You'll just love it, dude. Even if you're not a reader, you'll love it. We're watching the movie. It's the first time he's seen the movie, and the scene happens, and it was the extended scene, and I was just like, I'm losing him. I'm losing him. He's not gonna read the book.
If you got
like I felt it.
If you got a podcast on in the background, you're not lasting 10 minutes without pulling out your phone. If you're listening to an audiobook, it's even less, 8 minutes and 18 seconds. Now, they didn't specifically ask about radio, but I'd like to thank the Riz Show listeners for raw dogging the show and listening very intently.
Yes. Thank
4
you.
hours a day,
All the way through.
5 days a week.
You have to see it as like a conversation with somebody. Sometimes it's a long conversation, and you really don't want to be there for the whole thing, and you want to check out. But you know what? You just put the phone in another room and listen to it, you know, loudspeaker-wise or on the headphones, and that way you
It's
can't.
hard, man. Next thing you know, you're getting up and getting your phone.
Yeah, you can't check it, you can't skip it, you can't pause it. You just like let it go, and you got
You
to.
need to tie your hands together.
Yeah.
I listen to things through. I'll get through a podcast episode when I'm cleaning my house, but I'm still multitasking.
But you're still doing something.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
You're
right.
multitasking.
But you're not looking.
But at least
Yeah, I'm
it's
not
doing
looking.
something.
Yeah,
I'm
but you are
listening.
That's good.
multitasking.
But you're not taking the very device in which you are listening on and opening a second thing on it for visual stimulation.
And people are listening
So
to
that
our
feels like
show.
a win to me.
Yeah, they listen to us while they're working. There's a lot of people at their desks right now or on the job site that have the Riz Show on that are also working.
And they're multitasking.
Yeah. So this has been a gateway thing. Radio probably did this to us all.
Yeah, it's bad though, man. I took a video this weekend in Springfield, Missouri at the Blue Room Comedy Club. Tina was on stage performing live. And there were a row of dudes. One guy had a hockey game on his phone in front of him, just sitting on the table. The other guy was scrolling. I have a video of this. I'm going to post it later. Other guys just going through his Instagram stories. Other guys looking up like sports
Well,
scores.
Tina's on.
Yeah, while a comedian, and they probably when I was on too. This isn't. I'm just like, this is the world we live in now. This is live performance. Like you're doing this right in front of someone who's giving you a live performance.
And I'll bet you they didn't think twice about it.
Right.
Not at all.
They're so addicted.
I made fun of them when I walked by. I audibly stopped and was like, "Guys, enjoying the show? Looks like it." They laughed, kept going. Like it's not.
Like,
doesn't
okay,
even,
boomer.
Yeah, it didn't even register.
Yeah, didn't even register that it's a rude thing to do.
I was at a cheer competition on Sunday at Fort Zumwalt South, and every dad in there had the Chiefs game on their phone.
Well, you can't blame them.
Okay, so that's fine. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
right.
different.
Well,
All right, today is November the 12th, back on the day 70 years ago in 1954, Ellis Island finally closed after processing more than 20 million immigrants since opening in New York Harbor back in 1892.
Have you gone to Ellis Island and seen your relatives when they've immigrated?
I've gone to Ellis Island.
Yeah,
I saw
I've
the
tried
Red
to
Hot
find
Chili
it.
Peppers on Ellis Island.
I've been to Ellis Island and I've seen, like, you look up your
played there.
grandpa, like my grandpa Gherardini came over from Italy, and it's so neat to see their names and the time, the day that they immigrated and whatnot. It's so neat.
Yeah, it is very cool over there.
41 years ago, 1983, Lionel Richie's All Night Long hit number 1. 40 years ago, 1984, Madonna puts out her best-selling album ever, Like a Virgin, featuring Material Girl and the title track. 25 years ago, 1999, Kevin Smith's Dogma was released, starring Jay and Silent Bob as the Stoners trying to keep fallen angels Ben Affleck and Matt Damon from destroying heaven. Alanis Morissette makes a cameo as God.
So great.
20 years ago, 2004, Gwen Stefani releases her first solo record, Love Angel Music Baby, with the number 1 hit, Holla Back Girl. 5 years ago, 2019, The Mandalorian premieres. And 3 years ago, 2021, Britney Spears finally freed. An L.A. judge ruled to end Britney Spears' conservatorship, which had controlled almost all aspects of her life for 14 years. She posts on social media later that day, best day ever, praise the Lord. And everything's been all right for Britney,
Right
right?
on.
No problems at all.
Worked out great.
Worked out great.
hardly in the news.
Never in the news.
That's good.
And that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Cordell and Cordell. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Congratulations are in order to Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly. They're expecting their first baby together. The actress broke the news of her pregnancy on Instagram yesterday, posting a pic of her baby bump and writing, "Nothing is ever really lost. Welcome back." And she's referring to the song lyrics from MGK's Last November, a song about Megan having a miscarriage before. And so they're very happy that the baby is on the way. This will be her 4th child altogether and her first with Machine Gun Kelly.
And his first? Or does he
And
have a
his
kid?
first. I believe this is his first child. Yeah.
Interesting guy.
Interesting guy for sure.
Does he still have that full body black tattoo?
He does.
That's
Yeah, he's cool.
interesting choice of artwork.
In other news with him, he became the first American artist to headline the NFL halftime show outside of the U.S. He performed for a crowd of more than 75,000 in Germany this past Sunday at the Panthers versus Giants games. The NFL released his full halftime show on YouTube if you didn't stay up to watch. The cause of the ex-Iron Maiden singer Paul Di'Anno's death has been revealed after passing last month at the age of 66. His sister says Paul had a tear in the sac around his heart, and the blood had filled up inside from the main aorta artery, and that caused his heart to stop. And she says Paul's death was instantaneous and hopefully painless.
He had been having a lot of health problems.
Yeah.
He had been performing sitting down.
Right. Yeah. Sucks though. 66. That's still very young.
Too young.
Lil Wayne will be a weekly guest on the NFL Game Day Morning on NFL Network. Wayne's appearance will start this Sunday, November 17th. And in the past, Lil Wayne has been on other TV sports shows like ESPN's Around the Horn and First Take.
Little Wayne, huh?
Little Wayne.
Tiny Wayne.
Little Wayne.
So he will do well.
Little Wayne on the prairie.
You guys Rush fans? Like,
I love Rush.
Yeah, yeah.
did you ever you never went to see Rush,
Never
though, right?
got to see him, which is a big regret.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I
They were
taught
good.
myself bass to Rush. Like that was what inspired me to really go for it and get good. And I regret I had an opportunity to see him, and I don't know why I didn't. I think it
I've
was
had
like,
a lot of opportinities, and I just was like lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see him next time.
yeah, such a
They're good.
Because they
bad
always did
choice.
a tour every so often. It always would roll through St. Louis. And it was, I'll see him next time.
Right.
Until
There wasn't a next
wasn't a
time.
next
Yeah,
time.
Neil's
And they
dead.
influenced Mark Twain as well.
Of course they did. That's right.
I saw some AI thing of Mark Twain singing the vocals
For
of
Tom Sawyer.
Yeah,
what?
Well, we're going to need to see that, so you go ahead and dig that
it
up.
was funny.
Well, the final book from the late drummer Neil Peart, Silver Surfers, is going to be released this Friday, November 15th. And so if you are a car fan, because he was all into sports cars, he in his car collection, he had a 1963 Aston Martin and a 1963 Chevy Corvette Stingray. And Neil Peart, when his daughter died and his wife died, he got on his motorcycle, and the story is that he rode all across each country
Yes.
that they played in. And he wrote a book called Ghost Rider, kind of dealing with the grief of the death of his two most, closest family ever. And so I don't know if this will be like that. Like, he kind of romanticized being on a motorcycle and riding around from city to city and dealing with his grief. I doubt this will be deep like that, but we never know. But it will be all talking about his different sports cars in his collection.
If you want to see a great music documentary, Beyond the Lighted Stage.
Great.
The Rush documentary is excellent. Mm-hmm. And apparently Machine Gun Kelly has a teenage daughter.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So on
Is
behalf of the
he-
Riz Show, we apologize to the
The
Kelly
daughter, the
family.
Kellys.
the
I've
entire
never
Kelly
seen
family.
Machine Gun Kelly's daughter or anything. He doesn't talk about her very often. TV news. Bobby Flay is going to continue cooking up the goodness on the Food Network. He signed an exclusive multi-year deal to stay on the channel, and he got a robust pay raise. In a statement, Bobby Flay says, "I'm thrilled to continue to call Food Network my home. The food world is always evolving, and having this platform to connect my life's passion with audiences is a privilege I never take for granted. Stay tuned for some incredibly exciting new shows."
Bobby Flay, huh?
I love Bobby Flay.
You a fan?
I am.
went to one of his restaurants once.
Was it
The
okay?
Mesa Grill. It was all right.
All right.
They're all right.
I've found that a lot of these like celebrity restaurants, you have such high expectations because of what you see them do on TV.
Yeah, and they're all really good for about 6 to 12 months, and then they just become really, really nice Applebee's.
We went to a Gordon Ramsay restaurant in Vegas, not the Hell's Kitchen one.
Yeah.
It was one. It was in I think it was in Caesar's Palace or something like that. It was terrible.
I went to Giada in Vegas, and it was delicious. I don't know, but she's always there. She always goes to the Vegas restaurant.
And I felt like saying, like, hey, if Gordon was here, he'd be ashamed of what you guys are putting out.
You should have said it. They probably
It
would
was
have given you
crazy
free dessert.
expensive.
He doesn't care.
It's like the same thing with like Wolfgang Puck. There's always like a Wolfgang Puck restaurant in a casino, and it's never great.
Or in an airport. He's got a
Yeah.
lot of airport restaurants
Yeah.
too, Wolfgang Puck.
Yeah.
Although Guy Fieri has
It's exactly what you want it to be.
has a flavor. It's a Flavor Town village in I think the airport somewhere in Mexico.
I went to Flavor Town in Vegas.
Yeah, it's
And it
That's
was
exactly what you
very
expect.
average.
Exactly, which is what I expected it
You
to
want
be.
to eat nachos out of a full-size garbage can?
Yes, I
You got
do.
it, man.
It's at the end of the casino too. It's at the exit of the casino. Is the Guy Fieri one in Vegas?
Huh.
So it's like interesting scene too. You know what I mean?
Everybody's got those visors with the hair standing up.
This is like right outside. It's like there's a stage there, so sometimes there's bands playing. It's like in the middle of the day, so it's kind of loud. But then you have the gals and the guys that are taking pictures. You know, that are like super scantily clad that are taking pictures with like there's like
Like
guys.
the showgirls?
Yeah, it's like the Chippendales guys are out there and they're like grabbing old ladies and like,
Oh.
come on, take a picture. And then they kind of
picture?
half molest them while they're taking pictures, and all the ladies are all, oh, this is great. It's like that's what you're watching when you're eating at Guy Fieri's Vegas place.
And it is what it
It's
is,
awesome.
man.
It's Flavor
You know what
Town.
you're going there for.
Yeah.
You get a Bloody Mary from there. It comes with like a slice of pizza on top,
Yeah.
a full double bacon cheeseburger,
And a penis straw.
A pickle.
bacon, pickles.
Yeah. There's a Reuben sandwich in it.
Whoopi Goldberg announced during her appearance on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon that she's launching a global women's network called AWSN. And here she is talking about why she wanted to start an all-women's sports channel.
All-women's sports channel, okay.
And I wanted to do this because ever since I was a little kid, I always wanted to play sports. And my brother could play, and they would say, oh, hi, little girl. Yeah. And it always pissed me off.
Yeah.
And we don't really have that relationship to women's sports, so I said I would like to do this.
Best of luck to you.
Best of luck. The network is currently available to more than 2 billion people in 65 nations. The American fans have to currently watch on an app, but hopefully it will come to a network soon.
Would you watch?
No, but I'm not a sports fan. I would not watch.
But you're a woman.
That doesn't mean I like
you
women's
wanna
sports.
see-
I don't like watching sports no matter who is playing. I'm happy for women's sports. You know, and it seems like a big deal, women's sports these days, so it sounds like people are going to be watching. I hope you do. Will you be watching?
I think that's the biggest issue plaguing women's sports is women are very happy for them, but not.
But they don't go and buy the
Don't
tickets.
wanna watch.
They're not spending their money on it.
It's not just women, though. It's men, too. Men don't watch women's sports.
Will I watch?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if I'm going to seek it out. I don't know if I'm going to watch just because it's the Women's Sporting Network. If there's something on there that would pique my interest, sure.
Yeah, like a superstar woman athlete, like Caitlin Clark or something.
If there's a Indiana Fever game that I'm interested in watching because she's playing, Caitlin Clark's playing that. Who's the one from the Chicago Sky team? The one, her rival,
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese. If there's a big game,
You'd watch?
I'd watch.
Great.
I took Riz and all the fellas to watch the U.S. women's national team.
That's great.
I had a great time.
Yeah, it was spectacular.
Yeah.
The stadium was full.
Well, I hope that sports fans will be excited about this.
I'm not going to watch because it's women's sports. I'm not going to not watch because it's a women's sports network. If there's something on there that I want to see.
Yeah, I think that's the main consensus. I don't know if women are excited. I don't know or if it's just the same. It's more of the same.
It's just another sports channel for me.
network. Right. Yeah. Stephen Colbert will reveal People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive tonight on his show. Any guesses as to who the Sexiest Man Alive will possibly be?
Who's it going to be this year?
Sexiest Man Alive?
What a big...
It's been Rat Boy Summer, so it could be like Barry Keoghan or one
I
of
bet
these
it's going to be
weird-looking guys.
Timothy Chalamet.
Think?
Oh, yeah.
Man.
He's really he's coming into his own.
He's got that Dylan movie coming out.
Yeah. I mean, he's always been, an attractive dude, super talented and doing all this stuff, but he's starting to look like a man.
But
you know
don't
what I
they
mean?
usually, isn't it usually like older guys?
Yeah.
That's what I'm
seems
saying.
like it.
They're usually picking somebody that's kind of having a sexy resurgence in
Like
their
Patrick
40s.
Dempsey was 2023's Sexiest Man Alive.
Or
Patrick
50s.
Dempsey.
Miss McDreamy.
I bet you like Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Luke
Wait,
Grimes.
I thought he was voted that last year.
No, last year was
Are there
Patrick
any
Dempsey.
front runners?
Or 2 years ago. But didn't Pedro Pascal, I mean, when The Mandalorian and all that kind of stuff he was just everywhere. I thought he already got it.
Let's see here.
And with,
Maybe we just talked about it.
because Clooney kind of had a resurgence, right, with that movie he did with Brad Pitt that came out this summer.
Oh, Wolves?
Oh, you know who?
Who?
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell.
He's hot right now.
Who's that?
Hot right now.
Glenn Powell's kind of got the rat boy face, too, and he's
Field
hot right
General?
now.
I thought he was dead.
Top Gun.
Yeah,
Twisters.
Yeah.
Here's where we're at. The last handful of years. So Patrick Dempsey for 2023. 2022 was Chris Evans.
Glenn Powell's nah.
2021 was Paul Rudd.
If they gave it to Chris Evans.
Michael B. Jordan was 2020.
Glenn Powell's not there yet.
John Legend 2019. Idris Elba 2018.
Hey, don't count my boy Jeremy Allen White out, bro.
That's true.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
playing Springsteen. He's coming off.
Nah.
The Bear.
Too young, too new.
Been crushing.
We'll see. Colbert will have it tonight.
Vegas has Travis Kelce in the odds.
Oh, well, it was a Rat Boy summer, though, so.
I
We'll
can
see.
see a rat boy getting it, dude. Rat boys unite.
Kelsey's not getting it. They don't want the blowback.
Yeah, it would be just, Taylor Swift Sports.
Yeah, he's right out.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be him.
We'll see tonight. Moving into movie news, the trailer for Mission Impossible 8, which is now called The Final Reckoning, is out. Did you guys see this?
You saw the other one, the one before, right? You said it was caca.
The what?
The Mission Impossible movie.
Oh, Dead Reckoning? It was not caca. It was just not anything else. It was just, there's a big budget film, and they just plop it in your lap, and then you go, okay, good, I saw it.
Yeah, but wasn't this the one that you said you had to see on the big screen because of the stunts.
There were some spectacular stunts, but when you see that much promo going into how cool the stunts are, the movie is only the cool stunts. And that's kind of how it felt. Like when I watched it, I went, all right, yeah. I saw what has been promoted for so long. Remember, it was like 8 months, and all we heard about Tom Cruise jumping off this and the motorcycle ramp.
He
and
hurt
blah, blah, blah,
himself
blah, blah.
doing one of the stunts.
I mean, I swear they were making TV shows about the making of before that movie came out. And that was not a great sign. And it was an okay movie.
Gladiator 2's Paul Mescal has been in the news because, Gladiator 2 is going to hit theaters on November 22nd. And this Thursday, he will be going up against the Wings of Death on Hot Ones. So if you love Hot Ones,
so far the reviews for the new Gladiator are excellent.
Yep.
He's in the running on the Vegas odds for sexiest man alive.
He is sexy.
This guy?
Yep.
Yeah, he's very attractive.
So they're saying that Denzel Washington in this movie is fantastic.
Wait, so who is this guy?
He's the son of
The son of who?
Max Monroe's character.
Russell Crowe.
Oh, Lucius?
Yeah.
Wait, Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe's son is dead. I'm sorry to tell you.
He got the lady
Did he?
knocked up.
Oh, I thought this was Russell Crowe's son from the first
Oh,
Gladiator.
is
in
it?
Gladiator,
Spoiler.
when he's chained to the wall and they have the boom boom.
Oh, that's
He
how it
left a
plays
seed
out.
within her.
How cute is that?
So cute.
Maximus Decimus Meridius?
Yeah.
A father once more?
He's got
Yes.
pretty eyes.
Father to a murdered son, husband
Yeah.
to a murdered wife.
Commander
the
of the-
weakest pull-out game in all of the kingdoms.
And finally, a marketing agency used a list of criteria like smile analysis, shine factor, vocal attractiveness, and media perception to create their ranking for the top 10 sexiest bald men of 2024.
Oh, it's going to be The Rock.
The Rock is number 2.
Oh.
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham.
Have they seen The Beekeeper?
No, they have not.
The Keeper of Bees?
The Beekeeper is not on this list.
Oh, wow.
The Keeper of Bees is not on the list.
Cool.
Huh?
All right.
Gosh darn it.
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel, number 10.
What?
Family.
I'm going to give you a couple that maybe you wouldn't think of. So number 8 is French soccer coach Thierry Henry.
Thierry.
Thierry
Henry.
Henry.
That dude rules.
Also, surfer Kelly Slater is number 4.
Kelly Slater, back in the news.
But the rest of these you should know.
So bald men?
Some are balding and some are bald. The number 1 spot is, in my opinion, I believe is more in the balding category.
Balding, should they even be allowed in?
The Tooch.
Right. Tooch, number 9, Stanley Tucci.
Charles Barkley.
Tooch is,
Tooch.
Hey,
Charles
Tooch is
Barkley,
having a
good
comeback,
Charles.
dude. He could be sexiest man
It was
alive.
just his birthday. What a good week he's having.
He's having a great week.
Ernie Hudson's in the running, dude, for sexiest man alive. You talk about an old guy
Hell yeah.
that's earned his keep. Holy smokes.
I would like to see Ernie Hudson
Me
again.
too.
Me
honestly.
too.
Really
Me too.
deserves
I'm
it.
behind it.
I feel like that guy has gotten stiffed so many times.
I know.
Didn't he? Weren't they going to leave him out of the movie or something
Yeah,
until
well, Bill Murray was like,
right.
you put him in the movie. Okay,
1,
so number
3,
1.
5 through 7.
Number 1.
Are we gonna? Is this going to be upsetting?
Balding.
It's kind of upsetting.
It is upsetting.
Number 1?
Personally,
Oh, because it's something
in my
cutesy.
opinion, the number 1 on this list was number 1 hot guy for young teeny bopper chicks in the 90s. The rain is up. You had it in the
over.
90s. It's over.
Bruce Willis?
No, Bruce
Don
Willis is a
Rickles.
doll.
Ooh, that's
No.
a great one.
These are all living
Telly
people.
Savalas.
Bozo the Clown.
Don Rickles is dead.
Don Rickles has been dead for a while.
Yeah.
Well, what's a while? A couple
Like
weeks?
90s
No, like
heartthrob.
Couple
Years.
years.
Get out.
He was
Like
very old.
2017, I think he died.
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito is number 6.
Danny DeVito.
Well deserved.
Now we're just fooling around.
Hey.
Listen,
Oh, we did this for fun.
he
DeVito.
deserves it.
I mean,
Who doesn't love
his
him?
brother.
Who?
DeVito.
Mark Wahlberg's brother, the
Donnie.
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 Donnie, no.
Donnie Wahlberg.
Donnie's not on
Donnie.
the list.
So you're saying this person had their time in the 90s?
You
Nick
have
Cage.
no.
Ooh,
Listen, there's 2.
John Travolta.
Terry Crews is number 5.
Okay,
Oh,
Terry
that's
Crews.
very
All right.
cool.
I'll
All
take
right.
that.
Number
Okay,
3
yeah.
is Shaq.
Oh,
okay. That was close.
Number 1 and number 7. 1 is a prestigious figure in politics of other nations, and the number 7 is a very
Politics
well
of other
loved.
Oh,
nations.
Vladimir Putin.
No, no.
Politics of other nations.
What are
Yeah.
you talking
James
about?
Carville.
This man,
The Raging Cajun.
Zinedine Zidane.
Tell you what the Democrat got me do wrong to go down to the bayou. That guy's that's a weird looking dude, man.
He looks like a snake.
I'm not trying. He looks like a snake.
No, he looks like a turtle.
He looks like a snake while he's molting his skin off.
Who?
James Carville.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen interviews with him lately, like on Bill Maher, dude? You can't understand. You need
Nothing.
the subtitles on to know what the hell
And he's like a
talking
mess,
about.
too. He never dresses up anymore.
He's kind of funny,
Jason,
man.
He looks like
that whole thing like a big old pot of etouffee. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? What the hell are you talking about,
Turtle
James?
in the Never-Ending Story. Do you know what I'm talking
yes,
about?
he does. Yes, he does.
He looks like Billy Corgan's
The one
grandpa.
where his head comes out. He's like, oh my god!
All right, so let's get back to this number one.
No,
Billy
we gotta talk
Corgan,
about
we
this.
Quit
Billy
objectifying.
Corgan is not on any lists ever. Listen,
Billy Zane.
number 7 is Samuel L. Jackson.
Number 7?
Yes. Number 6, Danny DeVito. Number 5, Terry Crews. Number 4, Surfer Kelly Slater. Number 3, Shaq. Number 2, The Rock. And your number 1,
Okay, so
hot, sexiest bald man of 2024.
Mikhail Gorbachev is out.
He's out.
Is that
Is
yeah.
this a
Down.
politician or a pundit?
No, this is somebody that is in line to reign.
Oh, Prince
Harry.
William.
It's Prince
William,
William.
sorry.
It's Prince William.
Okay.
In my
You're
opinion,
right.
Prince Billy.
his reign of hotness is over. Harry is now the hot one.
No,
and they
okay,
flipped,
nobody
and
likes
that's fine.
Harry.
I love Harry glowed up, dude.
Why won't the Prince just go to Hans Wyman, dude?
Prince Billy? He doesn't have
Prince
to.
Bill, just wear
Right.
a rug like Burt Reynolds.
I thought he's got it like tight now. Like,
Cat's gonna be a
dude,
future
he's got
king.
that used car salesman thing going on the sides. It's atrocious.
Does he?
Here's the problem: if you're future king,
Right.
and everybody already knows you're bald.
Yeah.
You can't just come out with
cares?
a
What do you
toupee.
mean? Who cares? You can't
Everybody
Wayne
knew
Rooney
Burt
this.
Reynolds was bald. He still wore a piece and looked
It's
cool
Burt
as hell.
Reynolds. He's not a king. He's not a future king. This
cares?
cat's a prince, man. He has to just live it, and he just has to be him,
I think
and
you fight your
deal with it.
inbreeding.
Yeah, he's got a weird thing going on with his head.
That's what I'm
Yeah, he's
talking
got like a
about.
real high used car salesman Rings of Saturn
He does.
thing going on
But
with
he's
like the
coming
little.
into
And
it.
he's got the little floating island right in the middle of the
Yeah.
top of his head.
Oh, the island I think is gone. I think he's full horseshoe now.
Oh, for
Yeah, I
real?
think he may be full.
I think he's full shoe.
Yeah, he's got a full shoe, dude. The horse trampled his head.
Yeah, the island.
He's full shoe.
The island blew off. I'm telling you.
He's full shoe.
It floated away.
Just one of them Scottish winds came
The
by.
seas have risen.
Gone.
I just don't understand when you literally have maybe the most unlimited wealth. You could go to the best hair plug guy in the world. Just who cares? Just go get it done.
Right.
You know what, though?
Kudos.
In the same respect, who cares?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
He's
you're
a
gonna
king.
be the king.
This
You know who
cat's a
cares?
future king. Screw
Kate
you.
cares. Okay.
Kate don't care.
Okay,
He got a
cares.
stunner wife.
Yeah,
he
trust
did
me.
everything.
You got a
Gorgeous
hot
wife.
wife. You're going to be the king.
He's fairly
You got
likable.
all the money in the world.
Yeah, like he hasn't had any bad
You're
press,
likable.
really.
No,
He's a vet.
He's staying out of trouble.
my king. I want my king to have a full head of hair.
I do too.
I'm not sure
Full
the tech
I
is
want
there.
full mane, dude. I want Mufasa.
I'm not sure the tech is there. I knew a friend that did this
Well,
thing.
the tech is there.
No, this cat spent like 20 grand, and he came. I saw him at
Get
the
him a
pageant.
royal rug.
This dude had a royal rug. It went down to here. I went, holy smokes, brother, what did you do? And he's full on. Was like, man, I
I
went.
mean, if the
The
king,
royal rug.
And I'm not dogging on bald, dude. There's plenty of hot bald dudes.
well, that guy's bald again because it like you have to maintain.
I'm just saying, sometimes
Presenting
he should just bick it then. Like,
the
bick
royal rug.
Oh, my God. Okay.
It's your birthday. Sorry.
Yes, celeb celebrating her birthday today. Russell Westbrook, point guard.
Sir Hans Wyman.
36. Sir Han!
He gets knighted. The hair plug guy gets knighted. His scalp's bleeding down.
Sir Hans,
Onto the
the prince
blade.
is calling. Anne Hathaway's 42. Ryan
Duke
Gosling.
Wyman.
Esquire.
The Earl of
The Earl of
Earl
Plugs.
Follicle.
Oh, man. Whatever.
Sorry, dude. This is off the rails.
Ryan Gosling is 44.
Oh.
Mate Garcia. How do you say this? Matey? Matey.
Matei.
Prince's ex-wife, who later dated Tommy Lee. Who is it?
Oh, my
Mai Tai.
Mai
my
Tai?
tie.
My, is that how you spell it?
I think
is that how you
so.
say it?
Delicious drink.
Mayte. Mai Tai
My tay.
That's matey.
is 51. Tanya Harding is 54. Sammy Sosa is 46. Megan Mullally is 46.
Love her.
66. Neil Young is 79. Al Michaels is 80. And Wallace Shawn, two first names.
Oh, Wallace Shawn is the best.
Yeah, that's
Vicini from
Vicini
Princess
from
Bride.
Princess Bride, Inconceivable. Rex in the Toy Story movies. Wallace Shawn is 81 years old.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Ricky White. And today's birthday girl's been in 275 fine films, including Apple Bottoms 4, Arse Pirates, Ass Everywhere 2, Ass Stravaganza 8 and 9, Battle of the Booties, Big Booty Cuties, Big Bubble Butt Cheerleader 6, Bomb Ass White Booty 7, Juicy White Booty 3, Voluptia Butts 1, and who can forget a role in 2006's Own My Ass 1. Ricky White is 38 years old. That's your porno birthday, those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. Moon, what band are we listening for today?
Today we are listening for the band Incubus.
So when you hear an Incubus song, please take out your mobile phone and open up your Point mobile app. And when you see Moon's face, you tap that app and your chance to win $1,000 and
touch me.
Your chance to co-host the morning show.
Pick up the phone.
Get to some of your emails, RizShow1057thepoint.com, or send over your instant feedback through the 1057 The Point mobile app.
Emails brought to you by Kloss Furniture. Lowest prices guaranteed. We have something for everybody. Let's start here. My wife is pregnant and is not interested in sex because it's painful. This has been the case since the start of the pregnancy. All good. She's doing all the hard work for the pregnancy. However, she gets extremely upset if I watch porn and says it feels like I am getting satisfaction from other women. Part of the upset is also probably because a close family member once went to rehab for porn.
Now it's Joe time.
Just curious what everybody would do in my situation. Thanks. Love you all.
Can I ask one question?
Uh-huh.
Why are you telling her? Why are you telling her you're watching porn?
Maybe she's asking.
You say, no.
That's not what I'm doing.
I'm not.
I'm pooping for a really long time.
Well, is she, pregnant women are horny too. Is she not, I get the sex
He
is
said that she's
uncomfortable.
not down to clown.
Yeah, but you can still
If they
clown. It doesn't have to be painful. It can be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Not sexual. I'm saying she could also Joe. There could be simultaneous Joe action happening.
Joe and Jill?
No. She's saying
No, Jill.
He's saying that that it's painful for her.
Yeah, intercourses.
We can do other things,
You can do other things
is what she's
that
saying.
can bring pleasure.
Which I agree with.
I don't know. Why doesn't this
You
guy...
don't think they thought of that?
You know what? A push gift, honestly, a great push gift would be a vibrator from Patricia's. And that would be a way for her to also have pleasure while he's having pleasure. And there can be
You don't
parallel
think they
pleasure
thought about
happening.
that? I think his main thing is hey, I'm watching porn and she's pissed.
Yeah. She feels that he's getting satisfaction from other women. She doesn't like that he's watching porn.
So living with a pregnant woman...
You got hormones at play here.
Keep going.
I'd say you got hormones at play here where every little thing is amplified 1 billion%.
Yeah.
I think porn can be very dangerous, and I know maybe you're in a routine and you're going to have to cut off a dopamine supply that you're used to or something like that, but I think you just, if she's not down with it, try to figure that out, man. I think respect her. Again, I'm coming from a place where I think I've changed my views a little bit on porn, and I think it can be a slippery slope of
Sure, you could be addicted to anything.
Mostly bad things. So I would say try going without it, man. You're doing as what would make your wife happy, and that's a good thing.
Or hide.
Hide and lie.
Hide.
Yeah, that's
no, you don't lie. You just
just
show
say
the
no.
subject.
Well, now the cat's out of the bag. She knows it's happening. It's not going to just stop.
Well, okay, so yeah,
You got to wean yourself off.
Are there
You got to
no
wean yourself
What are
off.
the other options?
Are there no other things happening in your intimacy? That's that would be a question. Obviously, they're having the conversations where she feels comfortable enough to say, "Hey, this makes me feel uncomfortable."
Mm-hmm.
So you should also communicate what your
I have
desires
a feeling it's
would
not
be.
just a conversation.
Yeah. Or he's
I have
being,
a feeling it's yelling.
Yeah, or he's being a douche. And he's mad he's not getting any, so
Right,
he's like,
yeah.
well, I guess I'll go watch some porn. and he's making it an issue, and he's leaving that part out of the story. Why did she come to him and be like, tell me exactly what you're watching? Do you like those whores? Is that what you like?
Yeah.
You want me to act like that? Is that what you want?
And now it's ramping up to...
It's possible. Or it could just be him being like, well, been watching a lot of porn because you don't want to do it. an idiot.
She's pent up too, man.
For sure.
I imagine her hormones are raging in a way that's new.
A lot of tension in that house.
Yeah, that's why I'm suggesting the parallel play extravaganza, where both of you are getting pleasure. You're both involved still. Hey, you know what? Maybe it is watching pornography together, or not. Whatever your comfort level is. That's totally
invite
normal.
her into your world.
Yes, I'm with this.
She doesn't like that world.
Both policies work for me. This is a great policy. If this fails, don't ask, don't tell.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Don't ask, don't tell. Or
Don't ask, don't tell.
Out in the open.
Or tell her you're joeing to memories of ex-girlfriends and see how that goes for you.
She's going to kill this man.
What would you rather?
I think there's plenty of women too that get pregnant and they're not pent up. They don't have the desire during that time. So I'm not going to assume that's a part of it.
Shane writes in, break off the marriage. She'll be a great single mom.
That's an extreme that
goodness
nobody wants. Thank you for your email.
Thank you, Shane.
Shane is your friend that lives alone in the studio apartment and cuts his pizza with hair scissors because he doesn't have a pizza cutter.
Right. And he's
Listen, dude.
Get the pizza scissors.
Dump that bitch. And he's like,
scissors?
he's cutting a tombstone pizza with scissors while he's giving you his advice.
Red Baron.
Yeah, you're right. It is Red Baron. You're 100% right.
All right.
Dump her. She's a drag.
Good luck, man. How pregnant is she?
Yeah, man.
I don't think he said.
Oh, I'd love to know.
7 months.
Oh, 7 months.
Didn't he say?
home stretch.
I don't even know.
You're in a home stretch, dude. Just
let me undelete. Let's see. Yeah, no, there's no.
Oh, I thought he said 7 months.
Just.
And a close family member went to rehab for porn.
Yeah,
So,
that's probably a sore spot there.
Ooh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say cut that out. You know, you don't need it. You may feel like you do, but you'll be all right. You big boy. You a big boy. You can handle it.
How do we relieve tension and stress?
Well,
Don't have
darts.
kids, man. I mean, what you know.
You can't do it without a visual.
We wouldn't be in this situation.
Your pullout game caused this, so
Right.
now live with it.
Now you have to live with it. That's
Live
right.
with the consequences.
Like, honey, I'm not watching porn anymore, but I did order this silicone sex doll.
She didn't say anything about masturbating. She's talking about porn specifically.
I know.
Now it's Joe time.
All right, next.
Good morning, everybody. I've been meaning to email you because the topic of waking up during surgery comes up every once in a while on the show. I'm 30 years old. I was born with hemifacial microsomia. Hemifacial microsomia. It's an
Doesn't sound good.
underdeveloped face on one side.
spell.
I've had 48 surgeries. Most were up until age of 18.
48 surgeries. Jeez.
Yeah, 48. Most of them were facial reconstruction and require me to have a breathing tube down my throat. I was in my early teens, and during one surgery, the anesthesia must have worn off because my eyes opened. I saw medical staff moving around as normal.
No.
I became aware of my breathing, and I tried to breathe normally. I started choking on the tube that was all the way down my throat.
Oh, no.
My mouth had been open, so my throat was dry as hell. And when I would try to swallow, I could feel the tube rubbing against my throat like sandpaper. I thought I was going to die. It felt like it lasted forever, but I assumed somebody noticed I was conscious and then put me back to sleep.
Yeah.
It was the worst experience of my life. Anyways, thanks. Love the show.
Okay.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Golly, that's
Thank you
terrifying.
for that tale.
Bennett, that's gnarly.
What'd you say the condition they're battling?
It is called...
Why are you going to make him say it again?
It's called hemifacial microsomia.
Wow. All right.
That's a Harry Potter spell, dude.
Man.
Can you imagine
That
waking up
is
with the
terrifying.
tube? I hear the tube thing is like... I mean, you're not supposed to have that being conscious.
No, and somebody's supposed to be paying attention.
Right.
Like if you're coming out.
I mean, what do you got? An eye watcher, though? I mean, it sounds like they found...
Well, what do you think
they saw him pretty quickly.
the anesthesiologist does, right?
Reads a book.
Aren't they supposed to pay attention to that stuff?
Oh, do they? I
guess so.
think they just pump you up and then they leave for the day.
No, they don't bounce.
I think they do.
Really?
No.
Yeah, they go on to the next appointment.
Who?
The anesthesiologist
They
isn't
stay
in
in
there
there.
I thought they were
while
in
things
there.
are going
They're in
on.
there. They're monitoring.
Are they?
Yeah, I
They're
think it depends
That's
on-
their job.
I think
You
it
die,
depends
they
on-
get sued.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're like, they're usually the highest paid ones in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they're the happiest. They're always good looking, and they're like super stoked to be there. Hey, I'm just calm. Hey, I'm Kevin. I'm your anesthesiologist.
Right? Isn't the anesthesiologist one of the higher paying in the medical?
Yeah.
That was always the ego trip. The surgeons and the anesthesiologists would get into knockdown dragouts in the OR.
Well, and the anesthesiologist has the right to say, I will knock you out.
Literally. Yeah, right.
I will put you down and determine how long you stay down.
Because they're usually employed by their own. They're like the warrant officer of surgeons or medical staff. They're like their own
anesthesiology RS.
Yeah, they're like a group that operates independently and is contracted out, and they'll tell doctors to stick it. Because ultimately they are the ones in charge of the patient on the table, so they are in there.
Yep.
They're nurse anesthetist or anesthesiologist.
And they bring the humor with the same punchline every time.
So they're bringing the jokes?
Yeah.
I don't need jokes in the ER.
No, just give me the drugs.
I'm sorry, the OR. Or the ER.
I don't know. I think I do.
Oh, you want somebody to cut the tension?
Yeah.
With jokes?
Yeah.
I don't need shtick.
Start the cutting early.
I don't need shtick.
And waking up would be
horror.
Before you cut me, sir, you better cut the tension, madam.
Horror. Next.
Okay, good morning. I hope everybody is well. First, I'd like to thank you all for your support of middle school teachers. I, for one, have always said middle school teachers are the heroes in my book because middle school is the worst. In May of 2020, I retired after teaching 6th grade math for 30 years. I know this was discussed a while ago, but you had mentioned that how if a teacher is having a bad day, they would just pop in a movie. Trust me, there are no good 6th grade math movies. While all that being said, I had to be on almost every day. My question is, how do you prepare yourselves to be on every single day? Obviously, you have nowhere to hide. Is this how you prepare? Looking forward to your responses. Have a great day, Steve. 3 out of 5 stars.
How do I prepare?
Now it's Joe time.
Yeah. He doesn't tell his wife about it, so.
I mean, I just come in and do my job.
Yeah, I clean the slate every morning. I come in with like a new attitude.
I feel like there's no time in the morning to prepare. I mean, we have prep time, yes, but that's work. There's no like mental prep time. It's get up and get at it.
Yep.
So when I was, before I was entertaining, I was working at elementary schools. I was doing the latchkey programs. I was running the day camps for Manchester and for Kirkwood. I was driving a school bus. So like when you're involved with kids and you're the authority figure in a very similar way, and I do credit, working with kids, especially the camp counselor stuff, I do credit with that preparing me to be a better entertainer because every day you wake up and you're bummed to go in, or you're tired, or you're not feeling well from the night before, or whatever that may be. When there's a day camp and 180 kids are looking at you, you have to be on. It's a very similar thing to entertaining, and that's why I think I really saw this email and was like, oh man, I feel you, dude, because teachers have to be on. It matters. There's a responsibility there. I'm not saying entertaining like what we're doing is the same as same responsibility as a teacher, because obviously.
Yeah. What we're doing is better.
It's more important.
No, we're dealing with
far
adults,
more
so
important.
it's not always better.
But it is. I think that's why
we're the real heroes.
and as crazy and crass and funny as and ridiculous as our show gets, we've always done extremely well with teachers. Teachers are always coming to say, "Hey, I'm a teacher. Your show gets me through all this kind of stuff." And I think it's a lot of it. Like they're seeing us having to be on.
I feel you guys, man.
And we feel
Middle
them.
school teachers.
Well, we can say the things that they can't say.
Yeah, and
they're living vicariously through I wish I could tell somebody to go F off and they're the douche of the day.
Tweens suck.
I would say I'm saying
it for you guys.
A lot of the things that we're doing in our mind to prepare are the same things that you teachers are doing to prepare. You go in it and you just go, you know what? I have to be on because that's the responsibility I signed up for here.
This is the job.
Yeah, people are looking at me to be up to a certain standard.
Man.
Up to a certain standard of fart jokes here.
And when you get home, you just take the deep breath. That's it.
And I sit in my car
Until tomorrow, you little bastards.
I use my car as my little dojo before I come in. Maybe you can do that. Because it was definitely a switch to try to be funny at 6 a.m. every day, as opposed to the night.
But if you're going to do that, and little advice for you teachers, don't let the kids see you cry.
No.
No, you have to wait till you're home.
You gotta wait till you're home.
I usually listen to music that primes music or something that primes my brain up on the way in.
Usually death metal works.
And when all else fails, dude, get some Exploder.
Yeah.
I would also say that, and I noticed this in a lot of teachers. Obviously, my parents were teachers. I think and you guys tell me if you feel this way as well. You got to be on and blah, 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 and you do all the preparation to be on all the time, but when you're not on, you're off.
Oh, yeah.
It's like down. And
And
that's
if I don't want to talk, don't hassle me because I don't want to talk.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I realized, like with my, I'll just say, like non-entertaining friends that aren't teachers that are like, you know, just digging their work and they go and then they clock out. They don't need that off time as much, and it was like an interesting understanding when, as you get older with your friend group, when your friend group realizes that, like, oh man, when you're off, you are a different dude. You're like quiet and just very timid and shy, and like you turn into kind of a different person. And I bet you teachers can associate with that as well.
I hate to cut this short, but we got a guy. He's out in the lobby. He's got a guitar in his hand. And he's ready to come here and play some Tom Petty songs.
So exciting.
His name is Jimmy Griffin.
Yeah, good luck landing him at your middle school.
I didn't get you a thing.
All right, welcome back to the program. And joining us in studio, a man of many, many, many bands, Mr. Jimmy Griffin here.
Thank you.
So we got El Monstero, Celebration Day, Hard Promises, which is what you're here to promote today.
Yes.
Which is your Tom Petty tribute. You're talking during the break. Lauren had mentioned Neil Peart from Rush in Crap on Celebrities, and he told a story about Neil actually being in town with the motorcycle from the book Ghost Rider and trying to trade it in at a local motorcycle establishment.
Yeah, Mark Quinn, one of the guys from Elmo and Celebration Day, is a big motorcycle guy. And he, like, after the fact, was in this store, and the guy that ran the store was like, yeah, man, the guy from Rush was over here, and he had this, you know, and he said the name of the I don't know what the model or anything is, but, and Mark was like, was it a red one? And he's like, yeah, and he was trying to trade it on this other thing, and we just couldn't get the numbers right, so it just didn't work out. And Mark's like, dude, do you have any idea how much money you could have?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, so it was.
You don't even you trade the bike and you don't even sell it. You put that at the front of the store saying, and with a placard saying, this is the bike from the book Ghost Rider.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What
I mean, like, and I've seen it happen with guitar deals. Like, I work in a guitar store, and like I've been across the counter from like Jay Mascis and Jack White and like guys like that. And you know, usually those guys can just buy it, but some of the lower tiered guys, I'm shocked at how they're also really good at making deals.
Yeah,
you know, those guys have been buying gear for decades. You know, and that there's an art to it. You know, that's dancing. It's fabulous.
Well, it's crazy that Neil would be trading in a bike
that
and not just buying,
yeah,
and haggling,
yeah,
and haggling about it.
And he was elusive. You never got to interact with him. You know, he didn't like talking to people.
No, well, that I think was part of it. Is this guy didn't know who he was? Like, he knew he was like from a band or something, but didn't. You know.
Wow.
Yeah.
How
what
cool.
a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
And how cool he had the bike here in St. Louis and was trying to trade it in. And that's the wildest part of the whole story is, why did haggling? I mean, you got all the money in the world. You're in Rush.
How many years ago do you think that was? Like, what decade was that?
It was the last time they were here.
So, like, 2010s?
Somewhere around there.
Like Clockwork Angels Probably tour, and that is so cool.
Yeah.
That he was still riding motorcycles even up until the 2010s touring of Rush. So incredible.
When did he pass away?
2020, I think.
2020?
Or 2019.
You think Rush will kind of continue on?
They'll do like one-off things, I bet, and then...
You know, Alex and Getty still do, like, every once in a while they'll hop on stage with somebody and do a song or two, but maybe a full-on Rush thing.
I think they would be, like, I think people would allow that. Like,
I think so, too.
Because I don't think they would go, you know, we're getting back together and it's this thing. They would just play the songs they already have. They don't have to come up with new stuff. And they could get anybody, like, any of the greatest drummers that are walking the planet right now or they could have 10 of them. You know, they could just have like one guy, you know, Dave Grohl comes out and plays Temples of Syrinx, and the next guy comes out and does Working Man, and like...
I'm not sure I want to see that. I'm trying to think of it because I mean I'm not a diehard
You would not
Rush fan.
because I like the way you put that, Jimmy. If fans would allow it, that's a great way of putting it.
I would allow it if it was a one-off show, like a celebration of Neil, where they did a maybe back-to-back weekend somewhere. And it's a huge venue.
They seem like a pure band, and that seems like kind of their thing. They're one of the few pure bands, and I kind of want to keep it pure. And it's not.
But he was the original drummer.
I hate to say it, as long as Geddy's singing the songs.
Yeah.
Not with Rush.
Well, and Alex and Geddy have the chemistry. Like, they're so funny together.
And they're also friends. Like, it's not like a money grab. You know, like, they like playing together. And that's really the only thing those guys can do. I mean, like, it's their legacy. And the fact that Neil's gone shouldn't prevent them from playing that music.
From people hearing those songs live.
Alex has a second band that's kind of new age. I don't remember what it's called, but he's out there playing like different music than what Rush sounded like. And then Geddy's watching baseball and writing books.
Well, he's got that incredible baseball collection. Like of autographed baseballs. Did you know that? Geddy Lee has got an incredible collection.
That's crazy.
Of signed baseballs.
Interesting.
Like a crazy amount of baseball memorabilia.
Who's his team? Do you know?
I mean, he's Canadian.
Canadian.
Is he a Blue Jay?
Yeah.
Is he like a Blue Jays fan?
Yeah, but they didn't come around until like the 70s, right? When did the Blue Jays start?
I don't know, but I saw like a video of him walking everybody through his memorabilia collection. It's wild.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, you should. We sold him a bass a couple of years ago. He has like he has a penchant for like Gibson, old Gibson like non-reverse Firebird basses and stuff like that. He has like one from every year.
He's got that book.
He's got the big, beautiful bass book or whatever.
Yeah. Listen, we're not here to talk about Rush.
Oh, yeah.
We're here to talk about Tom Petty.
Yeah.
You just made a lot of dads sad when you said that.
We're not here to talk about Rush?
Yeah, you just made a lot of guys.
Yeah, but then they should perk up again.
When you say.
When I say we're here to talk about Tom Petty and the 30th anniversary of the album Wildflowers.
Yeah. I can't believe that's 30 years. Man.
Yeah, so November 1st.
Yeah.
30 years, 1994. It's insane. From front to back.
Yeah.
A damn near perfect record.
Yes.
Every song on that record is incredible. Produced by Rick Rubin. They did a re-release where they put some unreleased tracks on it recently, but man, you just listen to that album as it is.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, and that was, I mean, you got to think that's almost, I hate to say towards the end of his, but that's this kind of the beginning of the second half of his career, you know, because that album was so big.
Yeah.
And he was coming off the solo record, yeah.
So you try to think of what he put out after that was decent. Like, all right, Last DJ was okay.
I loved Last DJ is one of my favorite records of his.
Mojo was after that. I mean, that was okay.
Right.
But this was the last great.
Yeah, it was.
This was the last great Tom Petty record, and I've maintained this for how long, Moon?
As long as I know you.
That
20,
Tom Petty
20
is the greatest American songwriter of all time, and you could take your Bob Dylan, and you could take your Bruce Springsteen, and you could shove it.
Wow.
You could fight me on that.
Yeah, man, just for amount of hit, like putting the set list together for these shows is the easiest thing I've ever had to do in my life.
Oh, God.
Like, it's like you get, you know, we always have a few, I like doing the deep stuff, and we've done over 50 or 60 songs out of his catalog so far. And there's still songs that we haven't hit yet, you know, that, but you just get to the end and it's like, you know, Free Fallin', American Girl, Refugee,
hit,
Running Down a Dream, blah, 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 you know. And I think that's what kind of differentiates him from Dylan and Springsteen and guys like that is the accessibility of those songs, you know, and they're 3 minutes and 35 seconds, most of them, and they're just perfect pop songs that are still rock and roll, you know.
I don't know, when I hear a Tom Petty song come on, it just makes me feel a certain way.
Yeah.
It evokes a certain emotion out of me that nobody else does.
Yeah.
You know, the thing that I noticed, and I don't know if this is like a common knowledge thing or if it's not even that big of a deal, but the difference between Petty and those other two and most of them is, you know, with Springsteen, or if my experience with Springsteen or even the Dylan stuff, over the course of phase one, phase two, like you said, like back half, there's a lot of different types of singles, and they have to kind of reinvent themselves, like most artists should have to, and even Bowie and all these guys. Like there's like phases and different sounds and different approaches to this type of single and this type of single. And I feel like Tom Petty is one of the few that like it all belongs on one record, and at the same time there's all these different phases, like you said. But it's all it's the most cohesive.
Yeah.
As far as a single songwriter that's spanned X amount of decades and still crushed every decade.
Well, you've got the Jimmy Iovine records. You've got the Jeff Lynne records. You've got the Rubin. Like each one of them was able to do exactly the same thing and be sonically different. You know, but again, it's all still fit into the same.
Yeah, super fit. I mean, I could to somebody in Alien came down from outer space, and I could play him 3 different Springsteen songs and convince him that those were 3 different people.
Right.
You can't play 3 different Tom Petty songs and tell him that that's somebody else. You're like, that's the same guy. Mm-hmm. This is the same guy delivering another hit. This is the same guy delivering another.
It just runs the
style.
gamut of everything from Running Down a Dream, which is kind of more of a hard rockin' song, to, Crawling Back to You, which is like a sweet
Louisiana Rain.
Right.
You know, some of those old ones, the ballads, I just love them.
So good. So the Hard Promises at the pageant on November the 30th. Tickets are going pretty quick for this thing. So.
I think we're going to get close to selling. We're always over 1,000, and I think this one is almost at 1,000 already. So I'm hoping we can sell this out.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Yeah, so you got 2 weeks left of being on sale, and this is going to be it's a celebration of Wildflowers, but you're not going to play the whole record in its entirety. You're going to lean heavily into it, but you'll hear the other Tom Petty hits.
It's a long record.
Yeah.
You know, it's like an hour and a half, and I don't know if it's quite that long, but there's some stuff on it that's a little more down, and we're going to be 8 or 9 songs into it, but there's like 13 or 14 songs that are just, I think you start to lose the people that aren't diehards.
Yeah.
So.
And you'll hear your favorite Tom Petty.
Exactly.
For sure. And how about Traveling Wilburys? Any of that stuff?
We have done Wilburys in the past. I don't think it's going to be in this set list.
Damn you, Jimmy Griffin. I'm sorry.
You won't need it.
Next time. No, you're not going to need it. You're not going to need it. So how about, you got your guitar.
I do.
And every time you come to play a Tom Petty song on the show, I'm not here. The biggest Petty fan of them all. So I'm finally here.
Okay.
And Jimmy Griffin is here, and he's going to sing us a song or two. And make sure you buy your tickets for the Hard Promises at the pageant on November 30th.
It's good to be king, just for a while. To be there in velvet, yeah, to give him a smile. It's good to get high, never come down. It's good to be king of your own little town. Yeah, the world would swing. Oh, if I were king. Can I help it if I still dream time to time? It's good to be king and have your own way. Get a feeling of peace at the end of the day. When your bulldog barks, your canary sings. You're out there with winners. It's good to be king. Yeah, I'll be king when dogs get wings. Can I help it if I still dream time to time? It's good to be king and have your own world. It helps to make friends. It's good to meet girls, sweet little queen. You can't run away. It's good to be king, whatever it pays. Excuse me if I have some place in my mind where I go time to time.
Oh my God! Wow! Holy
Beautiful
cow.
job.
Chills! I got chills. I got chills, Jimmy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Amazing. So make sure you get your tickets for the Hard Promises, November the 30th at the pageant. Kind of leaning into the Wildflowers record. You hear plenty of songs, but also your favorite Tom Petty hits as well. Somebody's asking, ask Jimmy if he's ever played Night Watchman.
Yes, we have.
Ah.
Yeah, we actually.
Deep cut.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, dude, we've done some really. Some I'm trying to think off the top of my head, but yeah, Night Watchman, a lot of stuff off the Long After Dark record, which is also one of my favorite ones that kind of gets glossed over. That's like Change of Heart and Straight Into Darkness, one of my favorite ones of his.
What is your absolute favorite Tom Petty song?
Gotta pick one.
Zombie Zoo.
No, it wouldn't be Zombie Zoo. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff on DJ like Dreamville. I've always loved that song. And then there's some of the stuff like Wake Up Time. You know, at the end of Wildflowers, we've done that one. We've played with strings and did that stuff. So yeah, there's too many.
I know there's so many songs. All right, how about one more?
Okay.
Can we do one more? What song you want to do?
I'll do something fast and easy.
Okay, great. If you don't mind, listen, I know it's early in the morning, 9:30. You rock stars, it's very early. Jimmy Griffin, everybody.
My sister got lucky, married a yuppie, and took him for all he was worth. Now she's a swinger, dating a singer. I can't decide which is worse, but not me, baby. I got you to save me. Oh, you're so bad. Best thing I ever had. In a world gone mad, you're so bad. My sister's ex-husband can't get no lovin', walks around dog-faced and hurts. Now he's got nothing, head in the oven. I can't decide which is worse, but not me, baby. I got you to save me. Oh, you're so bad. Best thing I ever had. In a world gone mad, you're so bad. So bad. The best thing I ever had. In a world gone mad, you're so bad.
There we go. Yeah. Jimmy Griffin, everybody. The Hard Promises, November 30th at the pageant. Get your tickets now while you still can.
Yeah.
Tickets are moving quick.
Yes.
Dude, as always, a pleasure. And I got to hear you do Tom Petty.
I know, dude. If you want to come down, I don't know if you're in town.
I'm going to be there.
Okay, awesome.
I will be there.
Awesome.
November 30th, the pageant. All right, we'll take one final break. We'll come back, wrap her up. That is it for us. Donnie Fandango is next. Make sure you check out the clip of the day brought to you by Michael's Flooring. Today's podcast is titled
Don Rickles is dead?
Yes. Yeah, somebody made that connection today.
Yep.
Somebody didn't know.
It's a sad day.
Big thanks to Jimmy Griffin for coming in. Make sure you see the Hard Promises on November the 30th over at the pageant, a tribute to Tom Petty, all your favorite Tom Petty tunes. Moon, what else?
December 7th, Punk Rock Christmas coming up. By the way, it is official. We are releasing music. We have an EP called Punk Rock Christmas Volume 1. It's coming out on Friday.
Oh, this Friday. Wow,
this
that's big.
Friday, yeah. So I guess Thursday midnight or, Friday midnight. So it'll be out in the morning. Check it out. We're also releasing a video for the single called Mr. Holiday that will come out on our YouTube. The band, by the way, used to be called Punk Rock Machine, which we've switched it over now. We are called the Misfit Machine.
The Misfit Machine.
Better suits exactly what we're doing here with Punk Rock Christmas and the Punk Rock Disney. The Misfit Machine, there is a YouTube up there, so just search for that. And there's a Facebook and there's a Instagram and all that. So follow the Misfit Machine. I promise you're going to love this freaking record. I sent it around to a couple bands to maybe do some Christmas songs, and they were like, dude, this is not just a great Christmas song, this is a great song. So I think you're going to love it, dude. Mr. Holiday and the rest of the Punk Rock Christmas Volume 1 EP comes out on Friday.
Learn.
Make sure you watch the number 2 show. It's happening at 10:15, 15 minutes with Riz, and then Rafe Williams doing his thing on the number 2 show. You can subscribe to the Point YouTube page, and that's how you can watch it live or possibly later.
Is it going to be live today?
It is going to be live today.
Oh, it is. Oh, so I should probably get moving.
You need to get moving. Yeah, and you can follow me at Learn Versus Radio, and then you can follow Rafe at I am Rafe Williams. Thanks.
Scott.
You can follow me at King Scott Rules, and I'm glad to be back, folks.
All right. Good to see you.
I missed you. I'm glad you're back, too.
Thank you.
All right, we'll leave you with a selection from our Teamers Member today, brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill from Orangeville, Illinois. Caleb Miller is our And Caleb wants to hear this song. Here it is. Have a great rest of your day. Hey, you're listening for Incubus, by the way. It's Moon's week to pick the bands.
That's right.
This is not Incubus, I promise you. But if you hear an Incubus song, make sure you open up your Point Mobile app and tap Moon's face. Chance to win $1,000 and a chance to co-host a morning show. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Energy up.